Sirius XM. Today's Opie and Anthony show will begin shortly. In the meantime, we bring you some of the worst of O&A.
Let's go to Barney. Hey, Barney.
Hey, how's it going today?
I don't know. We're kind of just goofing off, it looks like.
And
all right, Barney.
You can
Barney?
continue at any time, sir.
Go ahead.
Hey, I was just the other day, I don't get to listen to it very often in the morning, but I have XM, and I got to listen to the replays, and Jim was talking about the sensitivity training, and I damn near wrecked my truck when he says the only kind of sensitivity training I want is I pull my pants down, have my sack hanging out, and someone tickles it, and I go, ooh, that's sensitive.
Well, thank you, Barney. Appreciate it.
Always got to have this loaded. I don't know why I don't.
Yeah, still there?
This.
Yeah. What?
Unfortunately, we are. So.
We missed the last part. What was the last part of it that you liked? Your phone cut out.
Oh, when Jim said he would just pull his pants down and have his sack hanging out, and someone would tickle it, and he would go, ooh, that's sensitive.
Wait, Barney? Barney?
Yeah.
Your cell phone crapped out. What was that last part again?
The last part.
The last part is when Jim says he pulls his pants down and he has his sack hanging out.
Barney, you there?
Yeah.
It's Barney. Barney.
You guys can hear me?
No, I got him now. I got the part was about.
We heard something about sensitivity.
Training.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Now you're fine.
Now it seems pretty good.
All right. Well, I'm on my way to work. But, hey, I just said when Jim said the sensitivity training, when he only kind of sensitivity training he wants is he'll pull his pants down, his sack will be hanging out, and someone will tickle it.
Barney.
All right. We'll see you
God
guys.
damn. Barney, hold it. I hear you now fine. You crackled right when you said sensitivity training.
Okay.
One more time. Sorry.
That's okay. I just said when Jim was saying about the sensitivity training.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Oh yeah, the whole thing was a goof. Which line did you like? Because the whole thing turned out to be a goof.
That was the one where you said the only kind of training that you wanted, you would pull your pants down, have your sack hanging out, and someone would tickle it.
The what? Who would tickle what?
Your sack.
The sack of what? His,
Your balls.
Oh, the ball sack?
Yes.
Well, I didn't. We heard you every time, stupid.
You see how bummed he got the more he had to repeat it? Like he's even hearing, oh, this sucks.
Just was Jim's.
This story stinks. Yeah, well, what I said was...
And now, the moment you've all been patiently waiting for. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yeah.
Why am I introduced? Why am I introduced? Man on the wing. There's a man on the wing.
E-Rock took a sick day.
Yeah.
I knew that would make Sam laugh.
E-Rock thinks he's under the radar. E-Rock took a sick day today. I think everyone should tweet E-Rock Radio and make sure his tummy's feeling okay.
Do you think he's sick?
Hell fucking no.
He's not. No.
It is very rare anyone around here takes a real sick day.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when E-Rock does it, we all pay attention.
Pounce on it.
You gotta pounce on that shit. E-Rock took a sick day.
Oh, look at this. He called in fat. That's not even... That doesn't even make sense. Why would someone have to call in fat?
Do you think he's faking?
No, we don't even know if he's sick or not because he's still asleep.
You think he's occupying his fridge?
I mean, we could call him and see if he's got a sick voice or not.
Yeah, let's call E-Rock and make sure he's sick. We want to hear the sick voice.
He hates when you call him when he takes a day off. Oh, does he despise it?
How come I'm the only one who can't take a sick day?
Like, the best was his honeymoon.
Yeah.
We only bothered him for an hour. He was gone a week, right?
He was
But
infuriated.
in his mind, we completely ruined his.
We
honeymoon.
ruined his honeymoon,
It was
right.
one lousy hour, not even.
Well, he also said it's because Ant gave very obvious hints as to the hotel
As to where they were.
and he said that pests, as they like to be called, kept calling.
No, maybe
I believe it was Atlantis, wasn't it?
Yes, except you called it Fatlantis, as if that was disguising the name of the hotel.
You know, I got to listen back to this show sometimes. It sounds like it's funny.
It's a great show.
But maybe two pests called.
Atlantis.
No one was calling E-Rock's
Nobody
room.
cares.
No one gives a fuck on that level.
No.
God.
He'll probably get 5 tweets today that he called out sick.
Well, he's getting one phone call right now.
So I don't
Think he has a
know.
little tummy ache, maybe?
No.
I don't know.
Maybe he does from abuse, just
boy.
putting so many different things into it.
Yeah. Just dropping stuff in there. It's
I don't know.
coagulating and fucking.
I think his stomach would be used to it by now. All that abuse. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, he's on hold.
Oh.
E-Rock.
E-Rock?
I can't find this one disc. I know you're out sick today, and I apologize for that. But could you help me?
What disc?
Why are you sick today?
Does it matter?
How do you feel?
Yeah, how do you feel? Is it your tummy?
I felt better.
To your
What
head?
do you want?
Oh, what's the
I
matter,
want to know how you
sweetie?
feel.
Yeah, we're very concerned.
Concerned co-workers that just want to know how you're feeling.
Yes.
To your head?
What are you looking for?
We just want to know.
Boy, you're very weird. Like
Yeah.
somebody calling with concern as to your
We
health.
just have a bet. That's all. So we want to know if it's your tummy.
Tummy, head, cold, flu,
What was the other one we
achy
came up
muscles.
with? Achy muscles.
Yeah. Or just general fatigue.
Yeah, malaise,
Blaze.
mayonnaise.
Lethargic.
Do you?
Come on.
Yeah, what is it, E-Rock?
We got a bet going. Or, and this is a possibility, it's a fake sick day.
Oh boy, because they got to take a certain amount a year.
Yeah, of course. They're allowed to take their sick days any way they want.
I want to hear him talk a little. Does he have that scratchy, sick thing when you call into your
Oh,
boss?
sore throat was
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of them, too.
Okay, E-Rock? Mm-hmm. Comment? He fucking hung right up.
You can't do that.
He can't hang
He
off.
just hangs up. Oh, that's funny.
Such a baby.
He's shirking
he
his
really is.
duties.
But that's why
He
you don't.
really is a baby.
But that's why you don't leave your phone on. I'm telling you, don't leave your fucking phone on.
I would leave it on, just not answer it.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I ain't fucking answering that.
Nope.
That's the show.
Nope,
Fuck them.
And no.
Fuck them guys. No good's gonna come of that.
There's nothing I could do to help you out in the middle of the night, so I'll get to you when I wake up in the morning. No one is interrupting my sleep because they had a drunk driving accident in the middle of the night.
Damn. That's ruthless.
What do you think? I think he's just taking a fake fucking day.
I think it's a fake sick day. Just,
Fake
you
sick
know,
day?
He's like, you take off a Thursday, you jump right from Wednesday to Friday. It's like magic.
It's beautiful.
It's magic. It's the middle of the week. Back to the end of the week.
Well, honestly, it's not beautiful because just yesterday we were saying that the 2 days you should never take off are a Tuesday or a Thursday.
No, I didn't think Thursday was a bad day to take off.
Thursday's a bad one.
No,
Monday
like I
is-
said, you're
Monday's
jumping right to the
terrific.
weekend.
Wednesday's terrific. No, because you got to come in here tomorrow. That's stupid.
Best ever.
And
Friday or
Friday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Friday or Monday, best ever.
And then Wednesday breaks up the week.
no.
Wednesday makes it into 2 mini weeks.
I think you still have 2 days after a Wednesday, and that's bullshit. If you could take a day off and then know that all you got to do is a Friday,
Right.
That's a breeze. So I think Thursday bridges Wednesday to Friday so nicely.
I took Tuesday off, and I feel like I'm working a whole week. It
Of course,
sucks.
Tuesday's the worst day ever.
sucks.
Tuesday, there's no reason to take a
Tuesday
Tuesday
is my Saturday.
horrid.
Is it really?
Tuesdays just suck dick.
Every Wednesday is Sunday at Carvel. I just know that much.
Oh, man. Sean in North Carolina writes, which stomach hurts, 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Oh, he's insinuating that he's a cow or a horse, some kind of equine or bovine with they have multiple stomachs.
Now E-Rock's just being rude, hanging up on us like that.
Asshole.
I know.
I understand you want to sleep in when you're fake sick, but fuck, man, you can't answer the question?
Yeah.
You like the Fatty Rock site?
Oh, he loves it.
I just stumbled upon it.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah, I just Googled
Fatty
E-Rock.
Rock?
FattyRock.com.
What was the one where they put Steve's sideburns on and looked just like Martini Steve there?
Yeah, they put some Microsoft Paint, I think it was.
E-Rock is still convinced that I'm running this website.
Oh, really?
I'm actually not.
How many pictures is it up to?
Well, there's
holy
260
shit.
pages.
Pages?
And there's 12 pictures per page.
Wow.
So you're looking at about 3,000 pictures.
3,000 Photoshopped pictures of E-Rock photoshopped on a fat body, photoshopped into a place.
There's where you and E-Rock were on Jimmy Fallon that
Oh,
time.
look at
and
that.
He was fat and nude in your dressing room.
And Fat
Yes.
E-Rock.
Wow. Why is he right under the monitor? It's distracting for me.
Should we just keep calling E-Rock?
Oh, he won't like that.
Well, I mean, there's only one way to
guess.
answer a question.
That's all
Yeah.
we wanted was an
Like
answer.
what? Yeah, what's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. Why are you out today?
And the last thing that any of us would want to do is assume.
Yeah.
And not get it straight from the proverbial horse's mouth.
Proverbial?
I'm
The
going
literal.
I'm going fake sick day.
Yeah. See, if E-Rock
Which
would
is
have
fine,
just,
by the way.
just said,
Fake
like,
sick day.
yeah, I just don't feel good. Yeah, my stomach. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, is he?
Well,
oh, boy. Oh, God.
Oh, God damn
That's
it.
brutal.
That is rough. That is a rough picture, man.
Somebody turned their phone off.
Really?
Sick boy turned his phone off.
Aw, poor boy.
Yeah, the sex phone dumped straight to voicemail.
Sex phone.
Well, tweet E-Rock
line.
Radio and ask him why he's out today.
Is it E-Rock Radio?
I believe so, yeah.
E-Rock Radio.
E-Rock Radio.
You could tweet that and ask him yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Oh, maybe he'll tweet back.
Yeah, maybe he'll tweet something
That'll be nice.
so we can move on with our radio show. Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah.
Occupy Wall Street all day long.
Well, I guess,
We were discussing this pretty heavily before the show today, Hyatt.
yeah, the New York Post has an editorial on the cover. Right on the cover. It just says, enough! A big enough! And then it says, Mr. Mayor, it's time to reclaim Zuccotti Park and New York City's dignity.
Well,
and then it's a whole editorial about how it has changed from people going down there with some kind of idea into a freak show of criminal elements, noise, no goal whatsoever, and just filth.
defecation on the sidewalks.
Yeah. So
They're urinating on the sidewalks.
So now they're calling on the mayor to do something, and saying
But
go
ahead.
I just want to say
But-
they're saying that if these people leave on their own accord, there won't be violence or anything like that. They're not allowed to be here anymore.
Well, that's my butt.
Yeah.
My butt is very
The
simple.
caveat.
The fucking mayor of our city and all the other cities allow this to go too far. Now it's very complicated. You can't stop this fucking thing easily without
feel entrenched.
without major problems. Because I was telling Aunt, this damn Zuccotti Park is now a community. People people really feel that's where they live. Because they probably didn't have the greatest digs before this. So now you move in and try to, reclaim the park. Sure, they could do that, but it's going to get ugly. It's going to get really ugly.
Because Bloomberg's a pussy, though. Like,
Yep.
Can you picture Giuliani allowing this?
no.
But we got problems in every city now. How do you get rid of the occupies in the cities across America?
Well,
it is
started with-
complicated now.
It started with the example of the lady who runs New York not doing anything.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything.
She didn't. She didn't. Do
And
anything.
in a way, I don't think she should have at first.
Ms. Mayor, her honor.
I don't think she should have. After a while, it got to be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But at first, I mean, I still kind of like with the protesters, even though I don't. I think most of them, your assessment is
That's
correct.
gone. That whole thing is gone. That whole fucking because look at what happened
We
in
had veterans.
Oakland.
Hold on, we had veterans marching yesterday on Wall
For
Street.
what?
Yeah,
A whole nother thing.
It's in the paper today, but the
Yeah, I
veterans
know.
were walking on Wall Street yesterday. Because
I saw that.
they're unhappy.
Yeah.
So
unhappy.
I mean, so there's that element that is legitimate, but then you got this other element that there's criminals down there, man. Scary fucking people that you would never hire, even if we lived in a perfect society in their minds, they still wouldn't be hired. They're scary fucking individuals.
They've turned into just a mob of people living, a little vagabond type existence there. They probably love all the people banging on their drums, making noise, screaming. If you were in a fucking apartment building doing that, the cops would come to your door and fucking arrest you.
Yeah.
In your own house.
Yeah.
They would drag you out because you're making noise and disturbing the peace.
Well,
and they allow this to go on all fucking night.
Well, they control the drum circle now. I think it's 2 hours a day.
Oh, really?
And the cops are strict. They're like, okay, they go like, "That's all right, time is up," and they have to stop immediately.
Shut up! The fuck is that saying? You're not saying anything by doing that.
You don't like the drum circle?
Being annoying? No, I hate it.
You never liked the drum circle?
No, the drum
God,
circle's
I like drum
dumb.
circles. I really
Spackle
do.
buckets are for two things: holding spackle and shitting in.
Spackle buckets. They hold 2x4s and slam it down in the garbage. Pails.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
I like a good spackle bucket
Fucking
player,
Pew
though.
Man group.
But this is
smelly people.
This has absolutely gotten very complicated. Now it's very how do you force these people out of these places across America?
You got to go in there.
Complicated. I guess all the mayors of all the cities got to get together and go, okay, today's the day we do this. Because you can't get rid of one.
Well, you can.
How?
I think you got to cut off the head, which is this New York one. That's like the head. That's the big one. Get rid of it. Fucking tell the people they have to leave, and they got to leave like now. Get your shit and then fucking leave. And it's peaceful. You can walk out.
They're
get
not
your
going
shit.
to be peaceful.
Well, why
I've
wouldn't
been
they be
down
peaceful?
there?
Then they're the violent ones.
As soon as you tell someone to pick up their tent and beat it, I'm telling you, there's going to be major violence down there. I'm telling you. You got to go down there. These guys are entrenched now.
Great.
It's not just a park anymore.
Well, then they're going to get their heads fucking hit with nightsticks, and a few of them will get tased. They'll be maced. They'll be dragged off in cuffs, screaming. The world is watching, and thrown into fucking vans. That's how it's got to work. Then
I think that's what you're looking at.
And then get a bulldozer in there, just plow over the fucking shit. And stick it in a dump truck and then fucking take it to the dump.
The park is mostly stone and concrete and all
whatever.
that, so it's just a couple power hoses.
But all the tents, all the little structures they made, all that shit, right in the back of a dump truck and take it over to Staten Island.
It's going to be ugly.
There are a bunch of fucking assholes down there with no cause whatsoever. None. The cause portion is gone. This is evolved. It's mutated into some just fucking freak show.
Well, they're all about, what is it called? Fraction or fractation? What is that word there?
What?
What is that? Where they're digging and breaking the rocks to get the natural gas.
That's a new fucking cause?
That's a big one now.
What's wrong with that?
What is it called? Help me out, somebody.
Oh, frack gas morning?
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a main focus in New York, especially. Oh, and in Philly when I was walking around the Philly one. So.
Oh well, this is coming in. This is interesting.
What?
The apparently just a source.
Mm-hmm.
The police commissioner won't make a move because he's a mayoral hopeful. Again, politics coming in. Rearing its ugly head.
Well, because he knows
wants to be mayor, and he makes all of a sudden he's got this debacle on his hands. If it goes bad,
it's going to go bad.
And he's got blood on his hands.
See, he knows it's going to go bad. He knows there's only one way that this ends, and it's going to be with some bloodshed. I'm serious.
He's waiting for the mayor to give the go, and the mayor probably wants him to do it. They both are probably having a standoff because they both know that it could go badly, and it may go badly, and they want to give the blame to the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Bloomberg stinks.
Yeah.
I think that everybody should just plant trees and hold the flowers. Yuck.
It's called fracking. Thank you, Spectro. Fracking, yes. A lot of people.
Fractionation.
Yeah, but a lot of people are really not happy about this fracking.
What's wrong with that?
I was trying to watch
It's getting natural gas out of the ground.
Yeah, but it's poisoning the water. There's all sorts of shit going on.
What water's getting poisoned?
You got to watch the
turn on the
documentary.
faucet. It's great.
Well, we got good water in New York.
Crisp and clean.
But they haven't really done a lot of fracking in this area, I don't think. I think it's in a lot of...
It's in the north Midwest.
Pennsylvania. It's starting
like
to creep into our area as well. And a lot of people are saying that people are getting sick.
What is it? Really? Mm-hmm. Everyone fucking thinks any power source we can get makes people sick.
Plus,
show me the proof.
Plus, it's just fucking up nature, man.
Is it?
The people
That's what we do. That's our job.
The people that enjoy nature, and all of a sudden these big machines are coming in to get their fracking done.
Fixes the Earth will fix itself after we're long gone. We can't. It's impossible for us to fuck this place up beyond reclamation by itself.
Reclamation.
In the meantime, we just got to take the resources, use them. If it runs out, you find another fucking resource. That's what smart fucking things do. That's how bacteria works. That's what we are, festering on this planet. What do we just go over the fucking 3 billion mark, the 4 billion mark, 7 billion?
But
who the fuck knows? And it's supposed to be 14 in like in like no time.
I'm pissed off by that
Planet
7 billion thing because they showed the person who's the 7 billionth person on Earth. I guess
who counted?
Yeah, who counted?
Who counted
There's
that
probably
one?
some other asshole that was born that is actually the 7 billionth.
Yeah,
that will never get the credit.
Some tells me there was a fuckload of 7 billion sliding out a stanky gash in some horrid fucking Bangladesh hut.
You think they chose the 7 billionth?
Yeah,
for marketing purposes.
Kind of marketing. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. People are so.
Look, dude, I'm telling you, fracking. Don't fuck with the fracking people.
I love fracking.
Fracking is a serious issue out there for
Keep
a lot
fracking.
of people. Let's go to Sean. Sean.
Hey, boys. Good morning.
Hey, man.
Hey, I live out in Denver, and about a year and a half ago, they had an issue out here with the fracking. People actually turning on their faucets in their kitchen and setting the water on fire.
Oh yeah.
So,
Find that on YouTube. Want to see that? Sounds like urban legend to me, my friend.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, it was all over the news. If you watch the
yeah?
documentary, I think they had it on HBO. They were showing clips from Colorado.
What was the name of the documentary? I really did try to sit through it, but the filmmaker was a bore. I understand it's a serious subject, but you got to keep your viewers interested. And I just had to fucking turn the damn thing off after half of it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And they wanted the guy on our show, and I'm like, I was bored to tears. I know it's a serious issue in the documentary and all, but I couldn't sit through the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw it it was maybe like a year ago.
Yep. Gasland, thank you.
I don't believe that.
It was
by the way.
Gasland.
Have a good day.
That looked like a fucking gag.
What,
That
Gasland?
That faucet thing. I just saw it.
Well,
where it goes woof.
Kyle in Chicago. Kyle.
Okay.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Kyle.
Fracking, they actually use close to about 150 chemicals to break down the soil and pretty much dissolve rock. And then it gets into the water, and people drink that shit.
You eat it. I eat that shit.
Come on, I'm talking about selling fracks, Paul.
Help me out, Paul. What do you say, Bill?
It's like people's horses, their hairs fall out. I mean, their animals are dying.
There's
the craziest diseases.
It might be a real thing, though. I mean, it's.
I have no idea. I'm just rambling.
I mean, the chemicals they're using. I mean, a lot of people are saying that their lives are different since this fracking started in their area.
Well, it was originally called frocking because this was happening on Fraggle Rock. No, that's below even chip. I didn't say that.
But then you got the other side. Fracking is actually creating jobs. So I guess if you live in those areas, it's a big, serious issue. But if you don't, I guess you don't care as much, huh?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? You can't have fire coming out of your faucet.
That's cool as fuck.
That is cool, but
I don't believe it though.
Nah.
I think they hooked a little LP tank up underneath.
Why would they put a record player under there?
Oh, Jimmy.
Wow. maybe my jokes are coming out of that faucet. Oof. Oh boy.
All right, enough with the fracking, I guess.
Dude, that's look at that guy. That's fucking.
Maybe we should have had the guy in from Gasland.
Yeah.
The movie was slow though, man. I was trying.
I
was really trying because I know it's a serious topic, but.
So now there's people against fracking at Occupy Wall Street, which has nothing to do with that, but okay, whatever.
Well, yeah, if you got something that you're against, you could be heard down there.
No, because
it's brilliant.
It gets lost in the fucking melange is what happens. You're not united in a single voice. Let's see. Now, a lot of people love ripping down the Tea Party and shit like that, but when the Tea Party got together and held their demonstrations, it was for one thing. They did not want higher taxes. They told their politicians that if they voted for higher taxes, they were not going to vote for them during the midterm elections. That's what happened.
Right.
It was a single united voice, no raping, no fucking filth, no drums, no fucking... And it actually had an effect on the midterm elections. But
the Occupy...
This is dumb.
But the problem is a lot of people are trying to politicize this Occupy, and I'm not really...
it's completely politicized.
In what way, though?
Lefties.
You think it's totally
They're
lefties?
all lefties down there.
I know your right-wing pals are trying to say that.
They're all lefties down there. There's not any. Why would anyone?
I don't even think there were a lot of Obama people down there that I've met.
They're either lefties or fucking anarchists. You know?
Well, I mean, if it seems like they're very organized, so why wouldn't
Really?
they? Why
How does
would
that look organized?
Why wouldn't they focus on one goal at this point?
There's a fuckload of nuts down there. You can't organize crazy people to start talking in one single united voice. At the beginning, when they were all doing, and Wall Street got bailed out, and we got fucking fucked up, that's one thing. Now it's just drums and freaks and guys going into tents and fucking 18-year-old girls, rape. And fucking this asshole that doesn't know what he's talking about.
I didn't know you had a tent down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, you.
You're occupying,
Yeah.
huh?
Occupy vagina.
My goal is to have at least a dozen occupied jokes on this show today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, they're a joke.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
No, I guess I got to take a page from Troy Kwan's book, but I got questions.
Hairstyling?
I got questions.
Oh.
Why don't they have one main focus?
Because it's like saying...
But it's easy for you to say what you're saying. I'm wondering if it's deeper than that. That's all I'm saying.
What could be deeper? Here.
I don't know.
Here it is. We all have things that are passionate to us, right?
Right.
We all have things that are important to us, things that in our lives that make our lives better, worse, whatever. Take not just this studio, take a few radio shows, some management. Let's get them all together.
How to fucking bring management into this?
Exactly, and that makes the point. Now get them all together in one room, and now let's try to get a single united voice on what would make our lives better. And good fucking luck to you. That's what they got going on down there.
But
they're not passionate about any one thing, is what the issue is.
When you get inside the actual park, there's some passion. It's the outside people that are fucking up everything, and I'm wondering why they're allowing the border people, I call them, to be fucking weirdos.
They got no power to get anyone out of there. The
But why
actual
not-
protesters
why not walk
aren't
the
in
pro-
control.
But they have people doing jobs. They got people cleaning. They got people cooking. They got people
Putting hats on pegs.
Putting hats on. They got a marketing department where they're making shirts.
So you're
constantly.
saying a police force
Not a
that goes around and kicks out people that don't agree with their...
No.
Then what are you saying? What do you do with the border people?
You at least have people walking the perimeter and going, will you stop, knock it off, that's not helping our cause. Like I said
And get
yesterday.
punched in the fucking face.
No.
They're crazy, some of these people.
You got the guy that was scarfing down French fries in my latest video, right?
Yeah.
So you got enough people that have some kind of organization down there. So why not have a group of people walking around and going, really, it's not helping our cause when you're fucking scarfing down McDonald's French fries.
Fuck you. Now what? Now what? Fuck you, and I'm not leaving.
I don't know, man, because they listen at other times.
I think
they do defend their own.
There's a small core that I think
They do defend their own.
of the like mind, but I think the rest of them, especially the ones that are pouring in now, are a lot of people homeless and criminals.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're probably right, but I'm very suspicious that they're not controlling it more.
It's been
and
contaminated. That's a good word.
Controlling the message, because I see the organization down there. It's pretty creepy, actually.
It's been contaminated. Their whole area has been contaminated, so their message is contaminated.
Right.
They can no longer say it and have any media down there. Ants. What?
But I wish we could talk to someone that knows more about this than we do. We're just observers from the outside. I'm just wondering. That's all. Because I've made 5 videos so far. I've been down there at least 10 times, and a lot of the people from my first couple of videos are long gone.
Yeah.
So were they ever part of the movement, or were they just freaks that showed up for a day? You know what I mean?
Could be either, but either one means that there's no real fucking drive toward one issue. Jesus.
Don't you think if someone walked around and said that, like you said, if someone walked, you can't go to someone, hey, you're fucking up the call. If someone walked over and goes, look, dude,
there's a better way to say it.
Like, dude, if you're doing this, it kind of puts it on.
Yeah.
Most people down
hassle
there,
me.
most people might go, yeah, you know what, you're right. I don't think people would resist it as much if you said it to them, like, it's kind of hurting the cause a little bit.
Do you think those people that are for the cause even give a shit that someone's eating McDonald's? They're eating McDonald's. So fucking
that's all the questions
No
I
one
got.
cares.
I would love to to know more. I'm suspicious. That's all.
Well,
You're giving these people.
The other day, I saw two protesters going at it, right? And the one guy said, I will push your eyeballs into the back of your skull.
That's
It's
nice.
the most frightening thing I've ever heard and saw in my life.
That's good.
And what happened at that moment when this thing started, everyone lifted their cameras because everyone's looking for that next fucking
you want
viral
that
video.
big money shot.
Sure. And all of a sudden, they all got together immediately, made sure that confrontation stopped, and they started just chanting all at the same time, peace, 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 peaceful, peaceful, something like that. So they're aware when it's something that is ugly, that is not good to get out there. They know how to stop it.
Maybe at this level and right now, but we wouldn't need police if that was that easy in society. When you see something happening, everyone steps up and goes, peace, peace, and everyone walks away, and it's wonderful.
But
we don't need police. We don't need an army. Nothing.
This guy was a lunatic, and this guy looked, in my humble opinion, like he probably did some jail time.
Yeah.
But he stopped when the group mentality got to him.
Maybe he had a little sensibility to him. Who
So,
knows?
I don't
But
know.
maybe the next guy won't.
And you know what? You're probably right. I'm just suspicious. That's all. That a park that is so goddamn organized aren't doing basic shit like that. And allowing, I'll be honest, allowing me to go down there and easily film freaks on any day I want.
Yeah.
Any fucking day I could go down there and film freaks. It's so fucking easy. And I'm suspicious of that. Really suspicious. Why?
I don't give him that much credit.
Is that helping the movement? Creating interest when you get to see, because I'm not the only one. There's a million videos of what I'm doing.
The movement has become the movement. Like it's not about a cause anymore. It's just about having an Occupy somewhere. Mm-hmm. So that is now the movement without any real basis behind it. There's no real fucking, hey, let's do this. You think Oakland is united with New York, is united with Dallas and all these other, and Philly in all singular ideology where they're like, here's what we have to do. No, Oakland last night or yesterday, they shut down the port. And the longshoremen had to be fucking, dragged away so they could open the fucking port up. They had to tear gas people again. Mm-hmm. What do they do here? Here it's Wall Street. In Philly, what is it in Philly?
Homeless.
Homeless.
Looking for a meal.
It's so the
That's
whole
what I
thing.
saw.
It's just an Occupy wherever, and that has become the movement. So without a big singular voice, you're not going to fix 8 million things that are wrong.
Sure.
And they won't unite behind one thing. So this goes on until it's busted up.
I got suspicions.
Like what? You got some kind of conspiracy thing.
No, I
you
don't.
say suspicions, but I don't know where you're going with it.
Because I don't even know, to be honest with you. But there's, I'm trying to tear back some layers because something about this whole thing doesn't make sense to me. That's all. That's all.
I think it's being allowed partially. I think because when you look at what's happening around the world,
right?
It's been fairly violent in some places. This is, in the U.S. It's been the least violent.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they know that if it's blowing off steam, and it will pass. Or it will get stopped, and there's a way to do it without it being a gigantic mess. Right. But the trend was it had to happen because it's happening everywhere.
We live in a very strict society. I can talk for New York City. You can't even get, let's say in my case, a little family kid party together in a park without all sorts of permits and shit. But they're allowing that. You know what I mean? And they're allowing this in all these cities that I'm sure have similar rules.
Hear about that guy that went down to Asheroken Beach out on Long Island to clean up?
I fucking heard that.
Holy shit. He's like, the beach is fucking dirty. It had debris all over it from some of the storms and everything.
You got to understand Asheroken. There's naturalists that live in that area. They fucking love their water and their nature there big fucking time.
Yeah.
They love bird watching, all that
North
shit.
Shore, Long Island,
But it's
little
tucked
strip
away.
of land tucked away off of the Long Island Sound. And this guy decided, you know what, I'm going to go on the beach and I'm going to clean up the beach. And he did that. And he was met by 2 officers that handed him summonses for cleaning up the beach because he wasn't one of the people that was supposed to do it. He wasn't doing it, as they said, properly.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like here's a guy that just wants to go clean up the fucking beach. and he wasn't even allowed to do that.
That's the country we live in.
Yeah, because he was.
That's
sick
a freedom. What?
He was sick of seeing the garbage and whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he said, "You know what? I'll just do it myself."
We're not in a free society. If you think we are, you're fucking crazy
Well, then,
delusional.
Once again, then why are we allowing this?
Because we also have a balance of we can't go in there with tanks and run the people over. We've entered this weird place where we don't want this shit happening. You think the people around there, the businessmen, and that's what they're talking about in the Daily News today. The businesses around Zuccotti Park
are suffering.
They hate this shit.
They're suffering.
They don't want. You think someone wants to sit in a nice fucking restaurant with going on and screaming and just the stench of these fucking assholes?
There's a Starbucks very close to there, and I went in there, grabbed a cup of coffee, and I had to fucking take a leak badly. And it's probably maybe 2 blocks away. And I've been in enough Starbucks where what a bathroom looks like.
Yeah.
And I go, can I have the key to the bathroom? They looked at me like, that's not a bathroom. I'm like, it's a bathroom. No, it's not. That's an employee closet. I'm like, no, it's a bathroom. But they're figuring out ways to make sure their bathrooms aren't being destroyed by the occupiers.
Yep.
That's because they're sick of it, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So guess what? The Starbucks is a very peaceful place, and no one's in it because because most of the people in the park just want to shit somewhere.
But you can't lay a hand on anybody down there, the police especially, without the media and everyone else with a camera videoing it and making you look horrible. So they don't know what to do.
But they're looking stupid. Look, here's
it's a stalemate.
Here's the
right
guy
now.
with his whole face is tattooed.
Yeah.
You think
in a cowboy outfit?
You think they want him walking the perimeter and giving his opinion on everything?
He looks like one of those anonymous masks that the hackers use as their symbol.
Right. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of those masks down there too.
What is that mask called?
V for Vendetta.
Yep.
The movie.
Oh wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of V for Vendetta masks.
They're kind of cool.
Guy Fawkes, right?
Huh? Look, I love cops who smoke pot. Why
Really?
Why couldn't you police yourself a little bit and tell this woman beat it? You're not helping the cause with the "I love cops who smoke pot" sign.
So when you love the cop, and then when they piss test him and he gets fired,
right?
What service have you done him by loving him?
And you're probably right. I'm just suspicious. That's all.
I don't
like
see anything deeper than what's going on. There's some political motivations going on here,
but no one is claiming these people as their own yet. You know what I mean?
Who would? What would be the upside of claiming these people as your own?
Well, the Tea Partiers, right? They were claimed, weren't they?
Yeah, but they were organized with a single voice.
And older, too.
And look, agree with it or not, I'm not agreeing or putting out there the virtues of the fucking Tea Party, because everybody, whatever. I'm just saying, they were an organized unit that had a singular goal. Lower fucking taxes, do not raise my taxes. Here's our agenda. Here's our constituency. Here's the politicians that are backing us. And when the midterm elections come, we are voting against people that want to raise our taxes.
Right.
There's a message.
Right.
There's people gathering to get on the news and get a message.
I get it.
Now, these motherfuckers have 8,000 different ideas, from cops who smoke pot to fucking vets against this to fucking homeless people. There's too many things. Who in their right mind wants to claim this collection of fucking assholes?
Right.
It's a detriment.
Jake in Jersey writes, Oprah.
Michael Moore is just selling books, by the way.
Of course. Jake writes, Oprah, you're confused because you're looking for something deep and there isn't anything. It's just a question. Yeah, maybe there isn't. Maybe Ant's completely right.
I think it's.
I've been down there.
Deep there.
I've been down there enough where I'm just suspicious because there's some big time organization deep in the park.
If they were that organized, where there was something going on behind the
organize people
scenes,
to collect laundry, to get their laundry done.
It's easy to do.
They
Fucking
organize.
cavemen did it.
They organize people to just scrub every surface down there. Like they could get people to do things
easy
immediately.
to do. When you make a little
got a soup kitchen
microcosm
down there,
society,
basically.
you make a little microcosm society. It's easy to do, especially at the beginning. And then people start looking around and going, "I'm cleaning up while this asshole's sitting around," and that's when you start getting the part of that society that starts breaking down and going, "Hey, you're not doing your part. Fuck you. I'm doing my part." And then you have an exact copy of what we have now as the country.
Right.
Yeah,
I got you.
It just happens. At first, it seems very utopian and fucking amazing, and then it just turns into the same shit because people have wants and needs, and other people don't want to do things.
Well,
and other people are motivated, other people aren't.
Didn't America kind of do that? We
Yeah,
hated
exactly.
We hated their rules. We come over here and we slowly have the same fucking rules.
England
we
with their dumb
initially hated
taxation laws and their persecution of religion.
Right.
So everyone comes over here to get taxed up the ass.
Right.
And the religion thing.
It's still better over here.
It's better, but
we're moving closer and closer to what we left.
Yeah. It's. I don't think there's anything deeper going on down there. This is the most shallow pool of fucking scum that I've seen collected in one place.
Well,
redistribution of wealth.
Well, the numbers are growing in all these cities.
Well,
as soon as New York
been
cleans
mild.
up, as soon as New York cleans up,
that's the head of it. That's the snake head
It is,
right
yeah.
there.
When
the,
they clean
New
it
York
up,
one.
though, it's going to be ugly. Mark my
We'll
word.
see. It's up to them.
There's no way these people leave
It's
peacefully.
up to the fucking protesters.
There's no fucking way.
Whether they want to get their heads bashed in or fucking not.
And there's probably people down there, I know, just by looking at them, that have nothing to lose. So they'll be a fucking martyr.
Then they'll be in Rikers.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
they'll find a way to do it. I mean, I guess the NYPD. What do you think? It would be just a tremendous show of force.
NYPD is great
They're
at
smart.
things like crowd control. They're not fucking, some backwoods fucking police force. They know this shit. They know how to deal with these fucking crowds when they really have to.
But these are harder crowds to deal with. Do you know what these crowds remind me of? Hecklers that are joking with you and think they're helping the show because they're a distraction and you want to smash their faces.
Yeah.
But if you hit them too hard, they don't look that threatening to the audience. You'll lose. They're really hard to deal with. These people aren't being violent. They're not breaking windows. They're not flipping cars. They're not setting fires.
Well,
it's harder to deal with.
They're
them.
getting violent in Oakland.
In Oakland, they are.
They're breaking windows and shit there.
They're dealing with them harsher too. They're fucking tear gassing them.
Oakland is the number one Occupy right now.
Tax the rich 90%. Really? There
That
you go.
guy is...
He's right.
Where's your job then, fucko?
He's right.
The black guy from one of my videos.
Robin Williams from the...
and the Robin Williams character, those two are regulars. I see them all the fucking time. But in general, the people I filmed are long fucking gone. Long fucking gone. But that black guy, he's starting to look like he's kind of security. He does sort of walk around, taking a look at things with a couple other guys. So I've been studying, them, wondering if that's their job or they're just taking it upon themselves to kind of police a little bit. I don't know.
90%. Glad that guy's not representing me in Congress.
That guy, that lunatic with the pink fucking mohawk,
Yeah,
he's
that
long
asshole.
gone.
Is he?
Yeah, man, these guys, yeah.
What about this fucking idiot that's
I haven't
just
seen him
meditating?
Since. Haven't seen the guy that I fucked up his meditation.
But you'll see some of them, this like the second, third time you're down there, you've seen like regulars and then all...
Only that black guy and the Papa Smurf guy, if you know my videos, and...
It's scarier now?
And that is it, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Those are the only two that I've seen on a regular basis. The rest I've never seen again. Like the cute bear girl.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her since.
What about Ketchup?
Huh?
The redheaded girl Ketchup that was on Colbert Report. She had the retard bangs and the big red glasses. And they call her Ketchup.
Like this weirdo with the Fox fucking cardboard camera and microphone. I haven't seen him again either.
Hair lip.
But why wouldn't you go, look, dummy, take your stupid Fox News cardboard camera and beat it. This is not helping the
Skramsky.
cause. And your lip is fucking
His
enraging.
fucking lip. I've never seen less kissable lips.
And he whistled when he talked because he just,
Of course he
he
did.
just couldn't keep the
Palate.
air in.
Oh, the air doesn't know what the fuck to do to leaving his canyon mouth.
That guy's long gone. Because I'm being reminded of these
This
guys
is early
now.
on, too. This video was very early on.
Yeah, but if you're occupying, you know what, though? If you go in the middle, people that are, those are the same people.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. But they're not willing to talk or do anything.
No.
No.
They just sit there.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. The people that are willing to talk are
The People's Library
are making this whole movement look silly, and the ones that are really entrenched and hanging out day after day, they're not willing to talk or do anything. So, yeah, exactly. That's why I got questions. It's really it's a strange fucking society down there.
I think you could just about chalk it up to these people are lost, confused, disillusioned, and delusional. And, they're just going to hang out with no real No real focus.
You know who we should talk to? And I have been paying attention, and thank you to, I can't say your Twitter name because it's just stupid. Hukie83 or something. Good luck finding Hukie83 on Twitter. He says we should talk to Rogan. Because
Really?
Rogan, I believe, is all for this.
Oh, he probably is.
And he probably knows. No, he definitely knows way more than we do. Can we book Rogan for a quick phoner maybe later this morning?
Rogan's probably got a little bit of a left-leaning fucking tear on this thing. I know Rogan isn't like a lefty, that's for sure, but
I think he's very
bet-
left-leaning when it comes to that type
I bet
of
with
stuff.
this kind of stuff, yeah, because he sees this as just probably a pure First Amendment issue.
But he probably has some facts that we don't have.
Yeah, sure.
Whether we agree or disagree, let's hear his fucking angle.
This isn't just a First Amendment issue.
Could someone put the word out to Rogan? Maybe he's still up. I don't know. We'd love to have him on for a few minutes today.
Thank you.
What is it, Joe Rogan on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. We'd
I think he
we'd love
fancies
to talk
himself.
to Joe.
People saying he's a liberal, but I think he fancies himself more libertarian than liberal.
'Cause I think he's probably for the death penalty or for things like, you know, I don't think, I think he's probably for guns too. I don't think he's a fucking.
He's a less government guy.
He's a fucking, he's a
He
gorilla
actually
punches.
believes in all the amendments. Oh, Denver Pest is all after my shit again today. Oh, man.
What amendments does he say you don't believe in?
I don't know. What amendment don't I believe in? And if you fucking mention any of them, I'll exercise my second.
There's a couple of. Yeah, but that's just because you can't exercise your second because he's exercising his first. Oh, shit. Swim, walk.
Look
God
out.
damn, that was good, Jimmy. Really good.
Of course. No, I just think it's silly when I talk about this subject and I bring up that it's very shallow, it's very stupid. It's not a freedom of speech issue. It's a fucking quality of life issue. This is exercising one of your freedoms to the detriment of other people's freedoms.
Yeah,
and that's what happens.
I love going down there, man. It's I love studying people in general. It's fucking fascinating. Really is.
Yeah,
it's really fascinating.
Wall Street, and then you see the Pentagon. It's like, what? It's a mishmash of stupidity. God, I mean, there's certain things I could agree with, of course. But when it's just a parade of what the fuck is this going by you when they all walk by with the signs, I don't know what the fuck.
That stupid band down there did a free show and had things thrown at them.
What band?
Burning Embers.
Oh. Your acting's getting good, man.
Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, you got me. Hey, we should play this because San Francisco is Occupy.
Wow.
Occupy San Francisco. They got a nice idea. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to drive me
boy.
nuts. Shut down. Are you ready? How's your blood pressure? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Wait till you hear this one.
I have also been moved by this movement.
All right.
I love mic checks.
They're doing the repeat thing, which
it's a
'cause
mic check.
They're not allowed to have amplification devices without the proper permits. So what they do is this one person talks, and then the rest of the people repeat it, and it gets out over the entire crowd.
Use the terminology. It's a mic check.
Mic check.
Because they start with mic check.
This is the one chance that we have. To actually enact change. We must seize this opportunity. And not let it go by.
Why am I repeating this?
We need democracy in this country.
Yeah. Right.
And not a democracy that is run by politicians.
What? Well, then, all right. Hold the phone. Who runs a democracy?
They will. They just want to do this.
Yeah?
That's the problem with a lot of stuff. They just want to be.
They don't want a
They just want to
representative
be the guys
government?
in charge.
They don't want a representative government?
They just want to be the guys in charge.
But then...
And she's probably 20.
Yeah.
Remember what you were doing at 20.
Occupy her fucking pussy.
Yeah, with my cock and fist.
Maybe a piece of pussy. Maybe
With
the Indy
my-
500.
With my mushroom head.
That are bought by corporations. We need a democracy in this country. Where the people have the right to print money.
What? To print money?
Not a nebulous Federal Reserve.
Oh.
So they want to print their own money.
All right, and then she could go in with her shitty money to a store, right? and try to buy something, and the guy will say, no, you need 1 billion of those in order to buy this pair of pants. Now, if you have the American dollar, for 25 or 30 of those, I'll give it to you. You can make your own money. Go ahead. Go ahead. Take it into a store and try to spend it. And if the store owner wants to take it, well, that's his prerogative. Get beaver pelts. Shave your pubes and make beaver pelts.
What would you call your money? What would you call your money?
Deutschmark. Bring that back.
You know, I'd call mine.
What?
Schecknurkers! 422,000 Schecknurkers for that hat, please.
Schecknurkers. What an asshole.
Can you break a Schecknurker?
Well, what does it
my
break down
God.
to?
Yeah, what's the dollar to sheck? What?
Well, no, the
47 flunks.
You just spit egg all over Ant.
No, he missed.
Did
So
he?
it's a flunksk. 47 flunks.
47 flunks.
Make one what?
Schecknurker.
So a flunks is like a penny?
No, it's flunks.
Imagine 47 you have to count out.
Yes.
It's the whole system sucks.
And with
That's a horrible number.
with one flunks, you can buy a Mercedes.
Not many people have a lot of flunks.
No.
You're an ass. Oh, God.
Just two things to mention. One, the FCC, AHA, and two, lists always make me angry.
Oh.
Always.
Why don't we
Always.
Why don't we tease the people with both those things and
I never agree.
with lists?
Never. The list that they showed us, it bothered me so much, I had to crumple up and throw it away.
Really?
Well, can we do the lists?
Top 40
next?
comedy albums of all. Spin Magazine.
Yo,
Ooh, edgy.
Top 40.
Occupy Wall Street has got to eat. Get it? See what I did there?
It's
I see what you did.
It's,
that was pretty good.
Oh.
Where's the list?
Spin Magazine.
Do we have it?
Oh,
I have
Jimmy
it.
loves these lists.
Especially from Spin, because those guys are edgy. That's a guy's magazine.
Top 10 metal bands of all time.
No, that one didn't. I didn't agree with it, but it didn't annoy me.
What? This doesn't annoy you?
No, I mean number 2 does, but number 1 does. Number 3, of
Wow, is
course.
Joe DeRosa going to be happy today? Isn't that his band?
I don't have the list.
Dream Theater?
I don't agree with that. I think that's kind of a stupid one to put number 2, but
40 greatest comedy albums of all time.
that it made literally that made my stomach
Let me
hurt.
look at the top 10 quickly.
I'm not even going to look at the list. Oh, boy. I'm not even going to look. Oh, no. Oh, no. I watched Blow last night.
What?
I know, you're just going over the list, so I figured
No. I'm wondering why the list bothers Jimmy. The top 10 isn't that bad, is it?
Can I see the list, Dan? 'Cause I threw mine out.
I'm not going to look at it.
You want to do it after the break?
Yes.
Quickly?
I'm hungry.
That's,
All right.
that's a guy's magazine.
All right. I want to
Spin.
see why you're bothered.
What are you guys doing? Reading Spin. Never heard that before.
It's radio. Wildly funny. Wildly funny. Laugh out of your mind. Wildly funny. It's radio. Wildly funny. Wildly funny. This is the most energy I've had at 7 in the morning. Wildly funny. Oh, jeez. I've never been in a room this funny. Wildly funny. Wildly funny. Laugh out of your mind. Oh, jeez. It's radio. Have you ever been to the zoo? Because that's also entertaining. Wildly funny. Wow. I've never been in a room this funny. Wow. It's radio. Wildly funny. Radio. Wow. Wildly funny. Radio. Laugh out of your mind. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Get ready, America. Today's hottest impressionist is coming to a theater near you. Jim Norton, man of 1,000 voices. Live, in concert. All your favorite celebrities are here. Bill Clinton.
I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with that woman.
Samuel L. Jackson.
That girl got snakes near a plane.
Sylvester Stallone.
Hey, I'm going to have to get a lot of body bags if that girl's coming to town.
And Christopher Walken.
Oh, I carried this iPhone in my butt.
Jim Norton, man of 1,000 voices. Live in concert, coming to a theater near you.
It looks like we found another body.
This is the third one this week.
I think it's about time we call in the FBI.
Somewhere out there, a killer is on the loose.
Why, yes, Sheriff. I have been following that story in the papers.
It used to be such a peaceful little town.
And there's only one man who can catch him.
Now, don't you worry. I'm going to send my best man down there to help you in your investigation.
But he was busy.
Here comes fucking ferret face. Whatever.
All right, Agent Voss. Someone's out there murdering innocent women. I want you to go down there and assist the local sheriff. You're one of the bad. Get down there and help the sheriff.
How could he be a profiler? His vocabulary is so bad.
Yeah, but no one listens. This summer, the Opie and Anthony Show presents a comedy about an idiotic comedian pretending to be an FBI agent.
So you work a lot of murders before?
Now we're doing mainly a lot on terrorists and terrorist-type threats and stuff like that. But, back in the day, it was more murder.
What are some of the cases you worked on?
Just, Seattle, the Green River, what do you call it? Look, I can't talk a lot about it. I don't get this much in detail.
Starring Jim Norton.
He just keeps saying profilers, other profilers, profile.
And Rich Voss.
Great minds think a lot. I like it.
Oh, my God.
The Profiler. Coming to a theater nowhere near you or anyone else. Thank baby Jesus.
Celebrity friends of Jim Norton. Celebrity friends of Little Jimmy. Celebrity friends of Jim Norton. Celebrity friends of Little Jimmy.
On today's show, Tyra Banks.
I like trannies.
Oh, my God. I like trannies, too.
Celebrity friends of Jim Norton. Celebrity friends of Little Jimmy.
Sirius XM. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Jimmy was telling me on the way to the bathroom that the comedy list ruined his morning.
It wrecked. Can I plug Stress Factory tonight? Because it's the only press I'm doing is this show. Thanks to...
You got people now, Jimmy. What's wrong with
it? Nobody did a fucking thing. So I'll be there tonight, tomorrow.
They just
Saturday.
assume too much.
Nobody did a fucking thing to get me. I mean, maybe some of the press passed. They're not all going to want to interview me, but literally nothing. Thank you to the podcast that had me on yesterday.
Right.
But nothing.
You should be doing local TV.
Or anything.
At the very least.
Or at least a newspaper. At least something.
Something.
Nothing.
Jesus H. Christ.
Nothing.
Tonight, tomorrow, Saturday.
Stress Factory. Love that club. Love that.
I do
club.
too.
It's a great place to watch comedy.
And I have to say the pre-sale's over, I believe, for the Borgata January 14th, but we're over doubled where we were last year at this time on the pre-sale tickets. So general sale goes on tomorrow morning, and it will sell out, I think, 10 a.m. for January 14th with me, Artie, Doug, Stanhope, and Dave.
You think we'll get Artie on the show?
I don't know if he's allowed to do serious stuff. I actually have to ask him. I'm interested if he can do stuff because I haven't heard him on the platform at all.
Right.
And I haven't heard plans to have him on the platform, so I don't know.
I would love to talk to Artie, yeah.
He's doing well.
We all know the same people, obviously. Spin Magazine's 40 greatest comedy albums of all time. This list has ruined Jim Norton's morning.
And I shouldn't look at lists. It's like they're not important. They're just opinions.
I got a couple problems, too. But go ahead, Jimmy. This is your thing.
A lot of them I don't know enough. Like, I can't complain about. I think Dice, the top 40.
Where's my list?
I don't know. You probably just put it...
You gave it to Jimmy,
under Mein Kampf.
No, someone else gave. Oh, here it is.
You had a list. What did you do
I'll be the guy that doesn't know. I'll be the guy that doesn't know, and so I can guess.
I'm not going to read the whole list, but I'll say this: number 40, Dice, "Day the Laughter Died."
You know, it's an album I've never heard, and you guys always talk about it. You and Florentine especially love that fucking thing.
I really think. Chris Rock said that one time. We were at the comedy table at the Cellar talking. I forget how it came up, but he said that is one of the greatest comedy. And it's just an opinion, but comedians look at that album like it's just a masterpiece.
Why?
Because it's funny in a very silly, different than Dice. Like he was a guy who was doing The Garden, and he walked into Dangerfields. It was not his audience. They were not expecting him. He did 3 nights and bombed. But it's not too hip for the room bombing. It's just Dice talking shit, nonsense, ludicrous shit. And it's a double. He released it as a fucking double album.
So comedians like this
love.
Yeah, it's a comedian album.
But the balls of it, and it's funny. It's not funny. Comedians,
and he made it when he was selling out arenas all over the place.
dude, he's almost like he didn't want to just go in and get laughs. He went in and just did nothing. He wouldn't do nursery rhymes. It was such a ballsy move for a fucking comedian, and it's funny. So I don't think it should have been number 40. I think it should have been much higher on the list. I wouldn't have put it in the top 10, but it should be on the list.
Okay.
But I'm just going to go to the top 10.
Well, could you talk about Sam Kinison for a second? Louder Than Hell is 31.
Yeah.
Really?
I would have put
Kinison
that.
should be way higher.
I think I would have put that higher too.
Because these dopes at Spin Magazine, I hate when they do this. Like you said earlier, they have to pick one album by one comic.
This one or that one, or every
Some
group.
of these guys had 3 or 4 brilliant albums, so why not more than one?
Like,
that's true. But Kinison in 31st place is ridiculous.
Like, I don't know a lot of these albums. I really don't. I've never heard most of them.
Before you go to the top 10, there's another one, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Chris Rock. Now, Chris Rock had an album, Bring the Pain, which I told you guys I wore out my copy.
That was hilarious.
That was an amazing album.
Yep.
Talking about the N-word.
It was...
the N-word went mainstream.
That was a very funny fucking bit that he would do.
Well, they didn't put that album on the list of 40 greatest comedy albums of all time. That's ridiculous. Not only should Bring the Pain by Chris Rock be on the list, it should be probably top 10, in my opinion. They picked Bigger and Blacker by Chris Rock. That album, it's okay, but it's Bring the Pain was a much better fucking comedy album. Not even close.
Yeah, that one. I don't even remember the one they had on there. Bigger and Blacker. It was like,
I think it was the follow up to Bring the Pain, and I was disappointed in it. There was an absolute drop off.
After fucking the last one, though, it's impossible to come out with an album that's just as good or better.
Yeah. So, go ahead, Jimmy. Sorry. Our pal Louis C.K. Chewed Up is in
number 19.
19th place.
I've never heard Chewed Up. Everyone says it's fucking it's a masterpiece.
It's really good.
And so I have no issue with that. And like, again, I can't say just because, like, a lot of times we tend to look at older stuff as better. Like, back in the... And I can't say just because these guys are my contemporaries that they don't belong on the list. They're like... You know, so maybe they do belong on the list.
Well, Weird Al Yankovic is better than Dice, better than Chris Rock, better than Louis C.K., better than Red Fox, better than Kinison, just to name a few. Robin Williams. Weird Al Yankovic, 17th place with an album called In 3D. In all fairness, I never heard the fucking thing.
I have not either.
I can only imagine.
Is that
it's
the one with all the
goofy,
hits?
stupid shit.
Is that the one with all the hits?
I have no idea.
What's on there? Beat It?
But it's a totally
You got Eat It?
stupid list.
Is Eat It on there?
Yeah, this was like his first mainstream
album.
This had Eat It on it. And
Fine.
I'm sure if Eric was here, he'd be able to
Weird
talk
Al
about it better
Yankovic.
than I can. But
Certainly has had success, but I mean, they're saying his album was better than Chris Rock's Bring the Pain, which is not even on the list. That's stupid.
Yeah.
This is why I hate fake edge stuff like Spin, like and fake guy stuff.
Right. Was his big album. Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You know Relentless,
Definitely.
too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I love all his stuff, but, you know.
Rant in E minor? Well.
All right, Jimmy, I'll finally shut this
Dude,
thing
please
up.
jump in. It's a discussion. My problem with it wasn't like again. David Cross is number 12, and Patton is number 5. They're guys I know, so it's harder to look at them the way I would look at a guy who came before me. But I would have put Woody Allen's number 10, stand-up comic, and it's just to have put so many records above that. I don't get. That to me is one of the greatest comedy albums of all time, and it's just it's better than Steve Martin, it's better than Lenny Bruce. The number one, I'll just go number 1, Bill Cosby, To Russell, My Brother, Whom I Slept With. Now I don't know that record. I'm sure I've heard bits of it.
I remember it from fucking mega years ago. Ooh, that's an old one.
Was that his?
It's one of them as a kid. You'd sit around, listen to, and be like, laughing. But once you got older, it was just. Why listen to that when Pryor was around and Carlin?
Well, Pryor they gave number 2, and this is what wrecked my morning. Richard Pryor live on the Sunset Strip is exactly what Spin Magazine would put, so they don't have to write the word nigger. That's all it, because
Oh,
that's
right.
the records. Wanted was
Very
was
good.
the concert from Live in Concert, which Wanted was a masterpiece too. Bicentennial Nigger and That Nigger's Crazy are two of the fucking most amazing comedy performances, and both are better than Sunset Strip by far.
By far.
But I know why they did that, and that's what bothers me. It's not just an opinion. Like Cosby go, well, this album or that album. They didn't want to put that word
In their
on
magazine.
their fucking magazine
Right.
or on their fucking list, so they went with Live on the Sunset Strip, which to me is it's not a hack performance,
It's
but people
safe.
who don't know Pryor would say that.
It's safe.
And it fucking annoyed me so much because it's not above those records at all.
I think you're accurate with that. Eddie Murphy in third place with Comedian. George Carlin, Class Clown, fourth.
I can live with that. There's a lot of Carlin stuff I prefer, but I can see that.
Patton Oswalt, Werewolves and Lollipops, fifth.
I wouldn't have put Patton above
heard that one.
Above, I haven't heard it either, but I wouldn't have put him above Woody or a lot of these guys.
Bob Newhart, The Button Down Mind of Bob Newhart. Bob Newhart's comedy albums are fucking hilarious.
I think he had the two #1 albums in the country.
Yeah,
never been done, right? Comedy, both comedy and #1 and 2 at the same time.
Yep.
Which was unheard of.
Steve Martin, Let's Get Small in seventh place. Is that the whole King Tut thing? Which
Nah,
album is that?
I think that might have been before King Tut.
Probably before. I think that was Wild and Crazy
That was
Guy.
The balloons on his head instead of the arrow through his head.
Fuck, man, I used to know all these albums and what was on them. What was on that album? Does you know offhand? Does it say real fast there, Sambo?
Post-Vietnam generation bellowing the catchphrase, well, excuse me.
Oh, that was excuse me.
Yeah, that's
right.
funnier. That's funnier than That Nigger's Crazy. That's right, with the balloons. And
Crazy,
yeah.
right? And he'd go, happy feet, and he'd start dancing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot funnier than Wino and the Junkie. Much better.
Lenny Bruce, the Carnegie Hall concert in eighth. Albert Brooks, Comedy -1, and then, like you said, Woody Allen in 10th, stand-up comic. Yeah, it's a nonsense list.
That's what bothered me so much. I know why they did that, and it's just like
I opened my eyes to that one. I agree with you. But my thoughts were Sam Kinison, you got to move up. Chris Rock, they picked the wrong fucking album, and they picked the wrong fucking album on Bill Hicks.
Like if they would have put Wanted, I could have lived with that because it's like, all right, that was where Live in Concert came from. It's the same tour.
Really good question. Why aren't there any Cheech and Chong albums on the list? Cheech and Chong were fucking huge in the comedy
Above Weird Al
world.
Yankovic, yeah.
Are they doing
course.
albums that sold a motherfucker, or are they doing albums that were good comedy albums?
I don't know their criteria.
Yeah.
Well, that's not, you know what? That's a good question.
Because
I don't know their criteria.
No, it couldn't be sold because if it was sold,
That's what I'm thinking,
Dice
yeah.
wouldn't be number 40 above.
And Kinison sold a shitload
Right.
of copies, and so did fucking Chris Rock, man.
So I guess they're saying Cheech and Chong is kind of like, you know.
In honor of our November 2011 funny issue, we assembled a crack team of comedy
The funny
nerds
issue.
to compile.
Jimmy, why aren't you part of the funny issue?
Yeah.
Why would I ever be with one of these magazines? Ever.
But you know the funny.
But I don't believe, I'm not saying that my CDs belong on this list by any stretch, but I just don't
Yes.
agree with what they put.
Yeah, it's the 40 best comedy albums of all time, and they phrased it it should be here are, but here is 40 artists who deserve to sell more units than Jeff Foxworthy. So maybe they were doing. They had to do different.
More than Foxworthy, I guess.
Because Jeff Foxworthy's not cool.
Yeah, he's not cool. Oh, that's right. Spin is hip. That's right. Foxworthy's shitty because he's like, what? You might be a redneck.
You know what?
Yeah, he's corny.
Fucking
Spin's hip.
I'll fucking admit it. The Foxworthy stuff made me howl. The problem was he just kept with the same
doing it.
concept forever.
This fucking.
But I mean, his shit is way funnier than a bunch of these albums.
These corny fucking pseudo mavericks thinking they're dangerous by making fun of the blue collar. Yeah, he's terrible.
You know what, Jimmy? Going back to Chris Rock, because what you said about Richard Pryor, the N-word is the biggest. I'm such a faggot for not saying the word, but nigger. There you go. If you need to hear me say it too. But Chris Rock, that's the big bit on the Bring the Pain.
Right.
So they probably had a problem with that as well.
Might
Because that's
be.
half the fucking album. He keeps going back to that.
Yeah,
Keeps going back to
and
that.
it's a legendary bit. It's a very famous bit.
Legendary. So they decide, let's not do Bring the Pain. Let's go with Bigger and Blacker. That's just dumb.
And Live on the Sunset Strip, it was actually a really moving part. But this is where Pryor swore off that word. When he said that he went to Africa and he wouldn't say that anymore because it wasn't a social thing. He was allowed to say it whenever he wanted. But it was a fucking an epiphany he had, if that's the word, when he was in Africa. He said he just didn't want to say it anymore. And that was a great moment in that special. But that special was after his fire. It was like 81. And that wasn't as good as the ones from
I
earlier.
think that was.
I want to thank Tim D in Massapequa Park. Abso-fucking-lutely. Brian Regan, that first album of his, holy shit.
Well, they probably don't think it's hip.
Right. That's what I.
Holy shit. That's
hip.
It's one of my favorite comedy albums of all time. That first one.
Yeah, Jeff Foxworthy. Yeah, but don't get rid of him. He shouldn't sell units. Why? Hip Spin Magazine.
Look at that.
Why shouldn't he
Yeah.
sell units?
Meanwhile, they're not hip enough to put in the real albums because they're afraid
Right, exactly.
of the name on the
Exactly.
cover.
Or
fucking cornballs.
Or I'll say it again, bits that are on the album.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't go with that Chris Rock album. Now, I'm positive now after what Jimmy's saying.
Fucking drives me nuts. And then it's like, you know what? Even if you're not a huge fan of Larry, the cable guy,
Larry.
the guy sells out arenas. You can't say he stinks.
Yeah.
He doesn't stink at all.
No, the old Midwest loves them.
Dude,
Yeah, a lot of the
someone's
rest of the country do.
Someone's telling me they wrote N Person versus Black People was on Bigger and Blacker. No, it wasn't.
No, stop it.
It was no. Bring the Pain, right?
I do not know. I know the bit, but I don't know which.
It was Bring the Pain.
Bring the Pain.
Has to be. I'm going to feel like a fucking douchebag.
Why? If you just thought it was on the other bit.
I made a stand on this whole thing.
It's all right.
I'm going with Bring the Pain.
It's on Bring the Pain.
Better to stand on your...
Bring the Pain.
It's not on Bigger and Blacker.
Bring the Pain.
Bigger and Blacker had the champagne room and all that shit.
Yeah.
That was
Right?
the Apollo. I think Bigger and Blacker was done at the Apollo.
Pain in the champagne
room. Let's Bring the Pain.
Where is it? Come on. Pop it up. Where are the tracks?
Yeah.
All right. Jesus
See,
Christ.
Bring the Pain.
I
So-
stopped breathing for
Block
a
him.
second.
Block
I really
him.
did.
Block him.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, he meant well.
Fair enough. Nah, let him slide. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck in the end? Who gives a fuck who hates you and who doesn't? It doesn't fucking matter. We move on to the next list.
Get
But
rid of
wait.
Jeff Foxworthy shouldn't sell units.
What do you mean, wait?
Tip is
This is
spin his hip.
This says Bring the Pain was not an album. It was just the TV
It
special.
was the special. Right.
What was
So-
the album?
It wasn't.
Oh, you know what though?
Now I'm completely confused.
I'll tell you what it might be. Eddie Murphy, Comedian, I believe is the record for Delirious. Like Wanted is the record, Pryor's record for Richard Pryor film Live in Concert from Long Beach. So I wonder if that's what Murphy's...
Chris Rock put out a CD in 1997 called Roll with the New. Bring the Pain was from 1996.
That track is on Roll with the New.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Roll with the New. Yeah, okay, that's the album, obviously. That's the one I wore out.
But it's from.
Roll with the New. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I get it. But it's
Was
from
Bring
Bring
the-
the Pain.
Wait,
And
was
it
Bring the
won
Pain
an
the special though? You might have been right, dude.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
Bring
know.
the Pain's a special.
Bring the
Bring the
Pain
Pain
is
is
a
a special. Yes,
Definitely.
yes, yes.
So you were right.
It was
Okay.
on the
Okay.
special.
You
Yeah,
assumed
but
that the record
we're
was
just
called the same
confused
thing.
But I
the
had
album.
that fucking Roll with the New in my car forever. That Chris Rock album was amazing.
Right.
Way better than Bigger and Blacker. Okay. Oh, so that's what they did? Why wouldn't they name the fucking album after the special?
I don't know why they do that.
That's confusing.
I don't know why.
The album came out first, so maybe they... Oh, no, it didn't. No. The album came out later, so you'd think they would name it after the special,
Well,
unless
now they-
HBO... owned
Maybe
the
there's
copyright.
differences. It might be copyright stuff too, or it might be a different show. Like, because if HBO films something, you can't just release it as a CD as your own. You could tape something else from that tour. You know.
Okay, because nowadays they just name it the same fucking
Right.
thing. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Rolling Stone readers poll the top 10 metal bands of all time. Jimmy knows metal way more than I fucking do. You like the list?
I mean, it's not the exact list I would have put together, but even the stuff I disagree with, it's like, there's one that, number two, it's just like, again,
Dream
it's
Theater.
Rolling Stone. They got to be too hip for the room.
This fucking Dream Theater shit.
They might belong on the list. but not.
Joe DeRosa loves Dream Theater, and I just never got Dream Theater. Did you get Dream Theater, Ant?
No. A little too cerebral.
A couple songs I kind of liked because I had to play them on the radio back in the day, but I don't understand.
Number one,
as far as a catalog of music.
They gave Metallica number one. I can live with that. My personal choice would have been Sabbath, but they're Metallica. That's fine. Number 2, Dream Theater. Number 3, Sabbath. Number 4, Maiden. 5, Slayer. 6, Megadeth. 7, Judas Priest. 8, Led Zeppelin, which I completely disagree with. 9, Pantera, and 10, Tool. So I could, except for Dream Theater and Zeppelin, because Zeppelin wasn't metal. Whatever.
They were pseudo metal.
Yeah, more like classic hard rock.
In some people's categories.
Yeah.
With the blues influence.
They just wanted to put Zeppelin on the list. That's just what they do.
Well, then, if you're going to put Zeppelin on the list, then, knock it off. Then you move it way the fuck up the list. Obviously.
But if they want to do
Can't
metal.
argue about their success.
If they want to do metal, that's why Rolling Stone once again showing that they're really out of touch to put.
Well, they're saying this is a reader's poll, though.
Well, again, they're listeners. Their fucking readers are out of touch.
Yeah, I love Tool.
Yeah, they're popular.
Yeah.
I'm not into them, but I understand why they're there.
Tool over Dream Theater any fucking day of the week.
Can we hear Dream Theater?
And
What song would you like?
Dream Theater tweeted this poll to their fans.
Yeah, I
which
figured as
helps
much.
explain why they.
Oh,
Yeah, because Dream Theater, they got extremely loyal fans. So,
Okay. All right, so
they could get some things done.
You don't think Ozzy and Tony were tweeting to their fans to vote for them?
Nah,
of course not.
It's a live version.
Oh,
of
Pull Me Under?
Under.
Oh, Christ.
Is it good or awful?
I had to play this a million fucking times.
I don't know it.
Why are we doing the live version?
But live E-Rock was here. He usually plays the live tracks, right? Oh, Travis does stuff.
Jeff Tate, right? He's the lead singer.
Was that
How about
it?
Rammstein?
Not that it matters.
Put them on the list.
Like the Rammstein.
I wish Florentine was here.
These guys know how to play their instruments, that's for sure.
Sure, so does Yes.
Exactly. I don't mind Yes, though.
I
You
kind of like
this
the
a
way
little
this
bit?
sounds.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I feel it's a heavy part. It's metal.
It doesn't sound like metal, though.
No.
Travis is going to play it from the.
Okay.
That means we got to get the whole intro again.
No.
It's good.
It gets a little weird. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the heavier part of it than this. It's kind of wimpy sounding.
Fucking Jeff Tate could sing his balls off. I would have to admit that, but I never got into it.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Sal in Tampa, Don Rickles, Hello Dummy. Why
Yeah.
isn't there a Don
That's
Rickles
right.
album on that comedy list?
Well,
Didn't even
dumb,
think
they
of
don't
it.
want to make fun of the retards.
Probably. He was fucking brilliant with his
Yes,
shit.
it was. How about Joan Rivers? Maybe she didn't have a lot of albums. Maybe it was all like live. I don't know her records that much.
Lamb of God. What about Lamb of God? Oh, Tate is... I'm an asshole. I get everything wrong. I love it. Jeff Tate is Queensryche. That's right.
Oh.
Sorry. We got fucking Dream Theater fans really mad. Sorry.
I always get them confused.
Do you really?
Always.
You're actually backing me up on this one?
Totally.
You thought it was Jeff Tate, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
I'm really uncomfortable right now.
That's all right. I didn't know the difference either.
It's James, I don't even know how to say his last name. Labrie is the singer? All right. Sorry.
Whoops.
They're killing me.
Good.
I don't know their stuff.
You like Queensryche? I liked Silent Lucidity.
Nah, that was another one of these fucking over-the-top fucking, look how hard we're trying to make a power ballady sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know who belongs on this list and Zeppelin doesn't, but I guess people put...
Yeah, man.
Motorhead.
Motorhead. Yeah, why isn't Motorhead on the list?
Because Lemmy Sings like he's being strangled. Love him. Who's this?
This is Queensryche. Very breathy.
I'd rather listen to Pink Floyd.
Wow.
Yeah. You expect it to break into "There is no pain you are."
Yeah. If you're so
Yeah.
if you're so comfortable, how can you feel numb? I used to yell that at the radio, get big laughs.
You think you could sneak this into a Pink Floyd medley and most people wouldn't know?
Probably, especially if they're all fucked up. Just be sitting there, yeah, fucking Floyd.
Do you think this guy's influenced by Floyd right here?
Just a tad.
Listen to that voice. Sounds like it should be on the wall.
Yep.
Wow. By the way, same producer as Destroyer by Kiss. Boring fact of the day.
What?
Bob
This?
Ezrin. No. The Wall and Destroyer.
Oh, no kidding. That was a great interview yesterday with Ace Frehley.
Yeah, the Boneyard. I don't know if it aired last night. It's supposed to air last night or tonight.
There is no pain you are receiving. A distant ship look on the horizon.
Is it different?
It's close, man. I hear it.
You are only coming through in waves.
Yeah.
Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Sounds like 3 or 4 different Floyd songs.
I know.
At the same time.
Jammed together.
Do you know I was watching a live version of Comfortably Numb, and it's just a stupid little distinction, but I loved it because you know how it's your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying?
Yeah.
I always thought it was, but I can't hear what you say.
Really?
And that ing, I don't know why it made a big difference when I watched it. I just liked watching him sing that live.
Oh, he does do more of a little trill down
Yeah.
with that word, too, than he does in the album version, yeah.
But he says it live. He goes,
Yeah.
you're saying, and I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have become...
Yeah.
Comfortably
Oh, there are a
Numb.
complete
Sing.
fucking Floyd
Wow.
ripoff. I don't think I'm...
Oh, my God.
I don't think I'm hitting on any new
I
ground
hear a
here.
little Wish You Were Here in there, too.
Yeah.
That's a good song. Got a bunch of fishes and stuff in a bowl.
No.
They forget everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus. All right.
I hear what you're saying.
Now I got to hear that. Saying.
Comfortably Numb is fucking... That's
Floyd
a great
rules.
song, man.
Floyd never gets old.
Is it that live version or no?
I don't know.
Why don't you
Oh, there's
hold
one there. He
Which
looks
is-
a little old right there. But
That's a live thing they got together for.
Live 8.
Live 8.
Where was this?
Jeez.
It was in Australia.
Oh, jeez. Man, imagine hearing that coming from them guy. Just fucking standing in the crowd and hearing that shit.
You ever go to a Floyd show?
A rule. I went to fucking The Wall back in the garden
Never went.
years ago.
Never seen Floyd live.
Me neither. I'd love to.
Absolutely.
This is the live, obviously.
Yeah.
Are they respected, you think, by other musicians?
Jesus.
Just a little bit. What was it? Dark Side of the Moon was on the fucking top 100
Forever.
for like 50 years. I don't.
Yeah, forever. More info about Jeff Tate. Biggest influence is Peter Gabriel. Rebecca knows everything about that.
That's what he told her
About
probably
Queensryche.
while it was coming in her hair.
But she loves the Floyd thing. She thinks it's hilarious. You did?
Yeah.
Let me see if it's
Sounds good.
It is good, right?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot more of it. Well, it sounds better live. So smooth.
Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah. The drummer looks like a fucking engineer. You know, he looks like someone that would work here. Oh, they got the colored singers too.
Sounds just like the record.
Yeah, he sounds good.
Sounds so
He
good.
looks like an older, chubbier me.
He does a little bit. The big long note. Big long note. that's good. Fucking old codger can sing his song. Just fucking getting fucked up listening to this shit. Yeah! Where's my shrooms?
I used to have a joke. I would always go, hey, how come Floyd fell in the pink paint or something?
They never did that shit, and you never said that.
We would all laugh, though. The whole band would crack
No one
up.
laughed.
Why does the drummer have too many things to hit?
Things.
I hate when drummers have too many
You gotta
things.
have like a gong. You gotta have fucking all
saw
kinds of
that
cymbals
shit?
and the twinkly bells and
Yeah, way too many
Pink Floyd.
things. Fuck.
That's a nice stage though, man. They got like everybody. They got a lot of people on it, but they're not all crowded on.
How long ago was Live 8?
Live 8. Anyone?
Who's that
Anyone?
drummer look like? You said an engineer, but
It looks like an engineer. Yeah,
it's like an older Mr. Bean. Fucking.
2008.
Live 8 was 2005.
2005. So the
Fuck.
8 makes no sense.
Yeah.
How many dislikes on this video?
Oh,
These
yeah. How many
YouTube
dislikes?
cunts.
468.
What?
That's 468 out of 14.5 million views. That's a lot of people liked this. He does look like he's a weird looking dude when he's singing like that.
Fuck, that's great. Look, it just stopped the show.
I know. Fucking Floyd will stop the show in its tracks. Showing some hippies from the audience, some aged hippies.
Just dressed in a black T-shirt.
Yeah. 60s looking attractive black girl singing backup. Mm-hmm. She's got that 60s look. Like she in the Shirelles or some shit.
They found a nice colored.
Yeah, they did.
Where you find your colors?
Popped,
when
she
you need them to
sings
sing in
very
your
well.
band. What do you think she does when she's not like doing the Pink Floyd thing for them? You think?
Yeah, she's dancing.
Because she's not going to wait around for them to do more gigs.
No. Yeah, now the big solo. Go. Yeah, rock. Bring me some more weed. Jesus. Well,
She has a black T-shirt on
now it's
stage.
just
You know
this.
about it. Yeah.
For an hour.
Yeah.
Wow, he does have a lot of drums.
Got a lot of shit.
Damn.
How many people are they playing in front of?
It's got to be 500? 30. Oh, I thought there was like 30 or 40. You're saying 500? That's a lot.
Yeah. By the way, how many times am I going to mention the black T-shirt thing? We heard you. Fucking redundant idiot.
Damn, that's a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. We were supposed to go on right after them. That's why.
Burning Embers?
Yeah.
What does
Burning.
Burning Embers think about Pink Floyd?
We're burning like embers, like embers, like embers.
Is that Burning Embers off of Burning Embers album, Burning Embers?
Yeah. Not the album yet, just a demo.
Okay.
Oh boy, Rock in Florida writes, I'm absolutely crying over here.
I was under the photog.
I'm absolutely crying over here.
I'm absolutely crying.
I mean, like Pink Floyd, what can you say? George Taylor Morris already had fucking cancer and he wasn't crying.
That's right.
Jesus, Bruce, get a hold of yourself.
Couldn't he? Had cancer of the tear ducts.
We lost a great voice in that George Taylor Morris. And he kept it together, knowing that his health probably wasn't the best.
Through your tears.
Through your tears.
She was all fucking twatty. She was sexy though, right?
Yeah, she was what's her name's daughter.
From
You're Fired.
The Weakest Link.
Yeah, the Weakest Link.
You're
Whatever.
fired.
Right. What was the catchphrase?
You're fired.
That's the Donald.
I don't know.
You're fired.
What was hers again?
The weakest.
You are the weakest link.
that's right.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, goodbye.
You are the weakest link.
Well, her
Goodbye.
daughter worked alongside
Having
us
that
for a little
fucking
bit.
frigid bitch.
She was cute.
What?
Redhead. The daughter was cute.
Oh, the daughter.
To give her a good spanking.
I thought you meant the mother.
She was lovely.
Can we find the Bruce Kelly clip? I know.
Bruce
It'd
Kelly.
be great to go to break with.
Oh, yes,
Through
it
your
would.
tears. The stupid Who made the guy
Through your
cry.
tears.
I fucking love the Who, but I've never broken down and cried.
No. Only
Even when they
fucking-
play Rain or Me.
Rain or me.
I didn't even cry when Pete Townsend sent me files. Get it? Because they were child.
Fucking Anthony sucks because now because I can't listen to Rain Over Me
Rain
anymore.
or
Because I
over
just
me.
made it my own and said it's Rain Over Me, but Ed had to point out it's Rain Over.
It should have been Rain Over Me, but
They had
Rain
to go
or.
with that dumb apostrophe.
Yeah. Just put the V in there.
What does that mean? Or why would they say
It
that?
means over.
It's over, but with a. It's kind of. I guess it's an English thing.
Rain or.
Rain
And the rain poured all the plains.
Do they say Rain Over Me when they sing it though?
It sounds like he's saying "Love Rain on Me," but it's because he's saying
Listen
"on
to
me."
this.
Yeah.
And this doesn't.
There you go.
It's over.
And he goes, "Oh me, oh me, oh me, oh me."
I just thought I thought all these years that he was just trying to fit over into that.
You can fit over in there without
Of course you
shoehorning it.
can, but he has to go with R.
Maybe he's saying rain or me. Like the chick wants to have a picnic and he's going, look, rain or me. Because he wants to stay home and fuck her in the shitter.
I like that description.
Can make it rain.
That makes you young.
That's fine. Chocolate rain on me. Chocolate rain on me.
Yeah.
Chocolate rain.
Oh, stop the rain or me.
Rain on me.
Have you ever seen the rain on me? I'm going to do this all day.
Yeah, because it does sound on me.
Sounds like on, yeah, but it's for.
It's a combination of on and over.
Rain on me.
You want to go to break with Bruce Kelly?
Sure.
It's one of my favorite clips from the satellite years. Stupid Bruce Kelly. What gig was this? We weren't invited because Hugh Pinero hated us, but they sent half the fucking company to cover this thing. What was it? Was it one of those Live 8s or something?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it might have been Live 8.
Was it Live 8?
2005.
2005. It
It
was
might have been
Live
Live 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sent the entire company except us
All right.
because they were trying to fucking hide us.
Thanks.
They continue to hide us, but not as much as they used to.
Tanks.
And Bruce Kelly fucking lost his mind after the Who got together for the 80th time or something, and just lost it. So we go to break with this.
Is this live?
Yes, we're live. Bruce, where were you, buddy?
I was right up under the photogs.
You know, it's amazing watching Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey perform these songs after all these years and still have the full spirit of what they do under control. I mean, you know, Townsend just continues to be an amazing guitar player.
I'm sorry. I'm absolutely crying. I can't help it. I really can't. This is no fake. The whole moment just kind of got to me with that video.
Yeah, the video was very powerful.
Yeah, that was. This is very awkward. I'm sorry, but it was just very. I mean, it's just the Who. I can't help but be a 14-year-old kid out there with the Who. And that's it. I'm sorry.
You were seeing them live. I guess that was in color.
Yeah. Yeah. They were live on stage, but the black and white was happening on the big screens too. So.
Through your tears.
Wow.
So there's 2 more to go here at Hyde Park, and the
I feel
crowd.
like an idiot. I'm sorry,
that's
really.
Okay.
No. It's just,
hey, look,
it's just
that's what
overwhelming.
That's what this. That really is
Yeah.
what this is all about. There are certain
Yeah.
moments that touch everybody.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Anyway. Fuck yeah!
La 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 la! La 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 la! How annoying is that when someone's enjoying Metallica? God, it's killable. What an ugly girl.
That is horrific.
Rump.
I'm debating.
What is that?
I'm debating talking about this.
Nah,
What are you
he's
gonna
all right.
do?
I feel bad for him.
Yeah,
Fuck
he's
yeah.
all right, sort.
I like the guy. I like the guy.
What if she likes Star Wars? Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people like Star Wars.
Yeah.
A lot of people just aren't ugly, career-ruining fat pigs.
Hence the what were you thinking?
Boy.
Put it all together in your head, people.
Yeah, we hate her.
She's hateable. Hey, this fucking Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Poor girl.
They finally gave her 30 days in jail, right? Because she's just a dope, a fucking addict, a stupid bitch that can't get her shit together.
She's a brat.
And now she's got to show her pink in Playboy because she needs money. And, yeah, she's a brat. And she went to court for probably the 10th time, I don't even know, on probation violations. They finally give her 30 days, and that 30 days turns out to be a few minutes in jail.
Wait, did she actually go in and go out or no?
That's what they were saying
said
the
she
last
could.
I checked.
No, she's got to surrender by November 9th.
And the thing is, they say she'll be out the same. LA is a fucking joke.
It's overcrowded.
Yeah, TMZ was saying that, she goes in and out, though.
But a repeat offender like that, why shouldn't she, after all of the violations, like what is she? Why is she fucking allowed to continue to walk?
She'll kill herself.
Yeah.
By accident. It'll be accidental, but that's where she's headed.
Yeah, or she'll fucking something else bad will happen with somebody else. She's just a brat.
She had her life right there. She had a good life. Now she's
tabloid dunce.
And now she has to go to Playboy and show off those fucking freckly tits.
She's a little ragged around the edges, that's for sure.
She's a little rough now, Jimmy. Come on.
Oh, I'd suck her fucking tits.
Would you suck them dry?
I'd fucking. I would actually hold her fucking freckled Annette Bening back and suck her tits.
The picture Sam's got up right now. Holy shit! If that chick was in Playboy, fuck yeah! But that's not the version you're gonna get.
Nope. That's the
you're gonna get the shitty version.
Lindsay. She's really taking a turn for the worse.
You know, they're going to have to prop up her back and all sorts of shit. Some Playboy voodoo to make sure everything is set right.
Yeah, you think they're going to Photoshop a little bit?
Look at that.
Do Hustler already, you fucking goody gumdrops. I want to see fucking meat.
You want to see this? You want to see the areas that don't smell like the rest?
Yeah.
The little spots that smell different than the skin.
Do you like when they open their pussies nice and wide in those magazines?
No, I don't actually. I like when the legs are open. Well, my favorite one is when they're on their hands and knees from the back, and you can see the fucking big pussy lips hanging below the
like that?
Oh my god, it's like somebody laying out your onion rings and cake in the same photo. Maybe those aren't the sexiest foods. But
you like when it looks like a blown out ball bag?
Yeah, I do actually. I love that.
Oh shit, that's fucking hilarious. Her vagina looks like a blown out scrotum.
I mean, look.
Like someone shoved a fucking firecracker in your ball bag.
Right. We sort of have the same shit. It was just,
that's great.
When you look closely, you're like, wait a minute, that
could be that.
That could have been a ball
that could
bag.
Be that.
Absolutely.
It's all the same parts. Yeah, they just kind of change them around, switch them.
Now, what year is that Lindsay Lohan pick from? Because that's
a few years old.
Marilyn Monroe hairdo.
Yeah,
big tits.
You'd want to see that in Playboy.
Fuck
absolutely.
yeah, lick those big tits.
Big tits.
I do want to lick her fucking big tits. I can't even say it without cursing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you leave hickeys on the nipples?
No, I would leave hickeys on the fat underside. I would fucking like slowly scrape my teeth over the nipples, not hard, just enough to make her clit pop its head out of the fucking foxhole.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Some saying she has to serve 6 days, 20% of the sentence.
She's not going to.
I heard TMZ was reporting that it would be in and fucking out. She's got to basically report, do a little paperwork, and get the fuck out.
What a fucking joke LA is with celebrities.
It's pretty sad, isn't it?
Disgusting.
Because this broad isn't gonna fucking listen to nobody.
Yeah.
God, she had the world by the balls too. What are you doing?
It's this fucking brat.
Now she's not. No one wants to hire her, so she has to go overseas to make money. I was
can't
reading,
act.
and now she's got to be in Playboy.
Yeah. How much she got?
$1 million.
That's it.
Lindsay Lohan.
$1 million seems like a lot, but in her world, it's probably not. Probably just scratching the surface of the money she needs to, pay some bills and things.
I would love a sexual interlude with Lindsay Lohan.
Some of these girls pull it off, like just being fucked up and drunk and going out, and that's like their career,
Yeah.
But she wasn't able to really. I think she just took it a little too far.
Well, she had real talent. That's the problem. Like Kim Kardashian doesn't have real talent.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan was in movies and good movies by that. Now she's this. Now she's fucking this. I guarantee she has bad breath.
You think?
Yeah.
That's funny. What a weird observation. You might be right though.
I bet you her breath is horrendous. They're starting to look at her teeth like they're starting to look horrible for her age. She fixed them?
Yeah, her teeth were all like yellowed and stuff, and she just
That was only 2 weeks ago.
She got new chompers just put on.
Chompers.
The choppers. Or are they chompers?
No, could be either.
How old is she?
Chompers.
Choppers.
She's still in her 20s, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Did she have them put on, Sam, or just cleaned?
I think she had new ones. I think she had caps put on.
Oh, what an asshole. I had mine clean recently. Get your fucking... Have regular teeth. Everyone's teeth have to be the exact same length like they're Nazis.
Yes.
Fucking assholes. Just clean them.
What's wrong with that?
Floss and clean them. Have them whitened.
She's 25.
Ugh, what valueless.
Wow.
Fucking blithering idiot she
That
is.
is a rough-ass 25.
Ooh, would I love to fuck her.
She's She's only 25?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, nerds to her.
That's a rough 25,
Yeah.
man. Holy fuck. Wow. Whatever. But, LA's just letting her do whatever the fuck she wants.
They really are. The judicial system out there, when it comes... Everything from OJ to the Menendez brothers, they were just a high profile. They blow... Every fucking time the spotlight is on those shit prosecutors, they blow it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ew! Let me see her fucking awful... What? First of all, she's...
So, am I right? That's bad breath right there.
Maybe.
You're looking at bad breath.
It looks like she has like a placky, smoky teeth.
Yeah, like that cigarette's
And
right
it's-
there on that side.
And it's dark in between the teeth a little bit.
Yeah.
She's smoking on that side.
She hasn't flossed in years, I bet.
Yeah.
Would you kiss that?
Yes. Of course I would.
Yeah.
Those are her new teeth.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Let's see her new
Her new
teeth.
chompers.
Why
They
doesn't
look
she do
too
something with her
big.
fucking... How about a new forehead? What a balding zilch.
Wow, man.
She looks like she looks like Brundlefly in that picture with those big glasses and that dumb forehead.
Wow, that is a big forehead. What's that about?
Oh, God, I hope her hair's falling out. How great would that be?
Yeah. I can't wait to see them taking her out of a fucking building in a body bag.
You know what? She's annoying. Fuck
That's
her.
always a great shot.
From behind police tape while fans gather.
Yeah. Saying it's too bad.
Yeah.
They took her too soon. She's doing it to herself.
She'll be on one of those end of the Oscar death reels, you think? They'll be like,
guess.
oh, remember?
I guess.
Oh, boy.
We're learning what killed good old Bubba Smith today.
What?
From the Police Academy movies.
How did it happen?
Big black guy.
Yes.
Died from an overdose of diet pills.
What?
I didn't know you could die from diet pills. Did you know that?
Yeah. I would assume you could. What are they? Fucking, it's like speed. Take enough of that shit.
Did you hear Michael Winslow doing Led Zeppelin with his mouth?
He's dead too, right?
Winslow?
I have no idea.
No. Did you hear him do his Led Zeppelin?
No.
You don't like his noises?
You know what?
I'll just never forget the day he ran away from our show before we could interview him.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You haven't heard this yet? Michael Winslow does Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin.
Boy.
You know the song.
Which song is it? Which song is it?
Hate Michael Winslow.
He's a guy with a guitar.
The drums are him with his mouth, of course.
Led Zeppelin. You want to do the original artist key of E?
Yeah.
All right, listen.
I think it's turned up so fucking loud. And distorted.
I'm enjoying it.
He's doing all the noises except for the acoustic guitar with his mouth.
Oh, brother. That's great. Oh, what are you doing? Wrapping it up, are you? He's doing that lead guitar.
That's pretty amazing.
There's so many effects on that thing that it sounds all distorted like a guitar.
Yeah, but we couldn't do that.
Well, it's part of what he's doing into the mic, but it's a lot of it of the electronics.
It's probably his own microphone.
Yeah. He's got a whole sound system.
Yeah.
Just
You just
for that.
gotta go like.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
Yeah, but it's like. See? It's easy.
Mi nombre es.
How many views does that have?
28.
Wow, 2 million.
Jesus.
The correct answer.
What
It's
were-
the correct answer.
What were what was the I wish I could remember the fucking units of money.
I know.
I have them.
What are they called?
You wrote it down,
Of course I did. I write everything down. Because you never know when someone's going to want something.
true.
47 flunks, I believe is...
Flunks.
No, slunks.
Is equal to one Schecknerker.
Oh, Scheckner.
Schecknerker. Schecknerker.
That's right. And with one flunk, you can buy a Mercedes.
Yes.
Now someone's saying we got to check out his Hendrix bit.
Oh, I don't think
I've
so.
seen that. He was in the
You've seen his
Cheech and Chong
Hendrix?
movie.
Was he?
Yes, that's where he started. He was in
Hey,
Cheech and
man,
Chong.
we wouldn't know because we weren't able to ask him any questions because he ran.
He ran out of
He didn't
here.
walk. He ran away from us.
There were sexual dealings going on.
And I guess he's a Christian, man.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. To the sound of the nails going in. Get it? Well, this is obviously all just made by him.
Just like Hendrix.
Do you think there's really an audience there or no?
No. Not at all. All right.
He's not going to roll it.
Oh, enough of him.
Not a fan?
He just keeps doing guitar noises.
I know. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
How about a xylophone? Let's hear the immigrant song. He loves Zeppelin.
Annoying.
But rock and roll can never die, cause we always rock alive. Mercy, mercy, mercy.
You can have all this on tape and no one know.
He does good
Welcome to rock and roll
impersonations.
heaven, baby.
You think they're the real people.
We got a special rock and roll
I can see how a
presentation
white
tonight
comic could fall for
from
him.
the group Led Zeppelin, featuring Robert Plant and Jimmy Page.
No one's ever said that when they say Zeppelin.
Oh.
It's going to be
The
Bonham.
first hit song ever written by Robert Plant was the Immigrant Song. Yes, my friends, the Immigrant Song was an accidental
my
creation.
God, just do this.
Robert
Shut
Plant wrote
up.
that song. The
Trying to
day he
inject some
found
personality into it.
Personality.
I mean,
He hurt his finger and he's yelling. Now he's making guitar noises with his mouth.
again.
Yeah, he's wearing a white suit, and it's been fucking cheers put into the master at the end. Now he's doing it with his mouth.
Now you can do it all at the same time.
And he's wearing a blonde. He looks like 20 women are fucked.
Like blonde wig. Enough of him. God.
Hey, we got the judge who beat his daughter thing. That's a big story today.
Yeah.
We got that shit.
I think so. Are we going to be able to make it through the entire recording?
Why?
I heard yesterday there was a little issue.
What was the issue?
Well, there was somebody listening to the tape, to the audio, and it was very disturbing and couldn't quite make it through the recording.
On a different show, you
without,
mean?
Yeah, without
what?
You know, maybe starting
Oh,
getting a
no.
little emotional.
What? What?
Well, it's
You're being vague.
How vague am I being?
I'm trying to figure out what show. Fez? Oh, Jesus Christ. Seriously?
Well, yeah, he got a little upset because it's upsetting.
He
It's a
doesn't
girl
like it.
getting hit and crying,
It's
and this
not- Why would you tape yourself
overbearing
doing it?
father is.
If you don't
I
know,
know. I don't think he knew it was on.
how is it upsetting if you don't know the person?
Well, it's a poor girl, and she's being beaten by her horrid father.
What's the story about?
What's the story? He's making a girl that will go out with me. This is watching one being constructed right there on video.
What's wrong with her too? She had cerebral palsy, right?
No, she had some weird. It's like it's considered a cerebral palsy, but it's not like your typical cerebral palsy. It makes her crave technology and electronics, and that's why she was into computers and video games.
Bob Kelly-itis?
Yeah.
What do you mean it makes her crave shit?
Yeah, she's got like this weird brain thing where she craves technology and needs to have it.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know, but she wasn't going like, "Don't hit me, Donnie."
It wasn't a real thing when we were
sounded
growing
like
up.
and walked like a regular person.
Let's see this beating.
I want to make a list of all the things that weren't a real thing when we were growing up.
Exactly.
All these made-up diseases.
AIDS.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's a myth.
So the judge
this was
beats
like-
disabled daughter on video.
But it was like this happened years ago, and
2004.
the daughter is just now putting it out
Oh, why?
because she doesn't like her dad. I
Oh,
guess.
fair enough.
That's great. Just
All right, here it is.
Put it back on against the instructions. Yeah. Okay, go get my belt. Go get the big one.
I've already
off my hand. I'm going to spank her now.
Oh boy!
Oh boy, that's a good shot.
A 16-year-old girl is just like
hot.
It's hot. It's so inappropriate. It's so inappropriate.
Well,
I haven't seen this yet, to be
me neither.
completely honest with you.
He's jerked off 3 times.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Now he's going to get the big belt.
That's a pretty good fucking video quality setup.
How about you edit your video?
I know.
Jesus.
How much do we have to see this?
Well,
Let's
she,
get to the
it's
It's an empty room. Quick.
I think she just took it off there and popped it on
Get this little hottie in here.
recently.
Oh, great. Someone to take a shit first.
Yeah, the father's got to take a shit.
Or
he
she did.
Oh, so she don't fucking splat.
Yeah.
She doesn't know she's getting beat yet.
Get Allison out of the room.
See, now he's got.
Get over here.
Oh shit.
Bend over that bed.
Dad.
Bend over that bed. Bend over the bed.
On the lights get dim.
Bend over the bed.
Jesus Christ!
Bend over the bed. I'm going to keep beating you on your legs. Bend over the bed. Stand up.
No.
Stand up. Bend over the bed.
Sounds
Bend
like Sean
over the
Rouse.
fucking bed. Got me?
Jesus!
What a fucking animal!
Pause this. I'm not gonna.
Oh, in mid's fucking swipe, you got him.
I'm not gonna cry, but Jesus,
I know.
that's fucking.
It's
brutal.
terrible.
What a terribly behaved child.
A lot of us got hit growing up, but never
yeah.
like fucking that.
Especially because she's old enough to.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's like you don't do that. That's a beating like that isn't justified by anything that a kid would do.
And the beating continues
Unless, she brings
Yeah, oh,
somebody
yeah,
I guess it's
home.
10 so far.
It gets way worse
It
than
gets
this.
worse.
Let's see.
Oh my!
The way he's talking to her and stuff, it gets
Yeah,
way
yeah.
worse.
All right, let's watch this. He's a psycho.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
Bend over like I said, damn it.
Oh, he's like manhandling her to.
Bend over the fucking bed. Lay down, I'll smack you in your fucking face.
Oh.
Roll over. Get on fucking.
Is that enough?
She told you to take that fucking thing off the computer?
Here.
There's only one reason I could think of to beat a daughter like this.
Pause.
One time.
The mom gets involved too.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
But let me ask you this before I see it. The mom just took the belt out of the father's hand.
Yeah.
Is the mother like the father's obviously a piece of shit?
Yep.
Like he's a judge. He must have been an awful, just a cunt of a judge.
Like Judge Smails. Didn't want to give them the death penalty.
Kid just wanted a Fresca.
What did she do again?
She had something on a computer she wasn't supposed to have, a game, and
She got caught downloading pirated
stuff.
That's it?
Software.
Yeah. Well, as long as it wasn't on my CDs.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
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 But the
What a fucking scum.
he's a piece
told
of
her before not to do it again, and then she did it again.
he's
so.
a piece of shit. The guy.
He's awful. He should be fucking put in jail. You can't
Well,
fucking.
it's old
You can't
now,
be.
right?
Yeah, but I mean.
But the
He should be beaten. He should be taken out. and
He's
beaten by
obviously
somebody.
humiliated by this, though. It will ruin his life because nobody will ever look at it for the rest of his life. No one will look at him
He's
the same.
this guy.
But the mother, I wonder if she takes the belt because she hits lighter than the father.
Oh yeah.
Who cares?
I don't know. No, but I mean, she's
At
one
this
of those.
point, it's too late anyway. You see the shots that broad took.
Yeah.
I wonder if he hits the mother too.
There's a weird situation that happens with the mother thing.
Let me see this because I wonder if she did that.
You get over on your stomach and you let me spank you on the butt.
Give her some more.
No.
See?
He's like, give me some more.
I'm going to spank you
He's
on
all
your
revved
butt.
up.
You turn over like a 16-year-old and take it.
They're getting
Like
off
a
on
grown
this
woman.
shit.
Turn over.
See,
How many
she's
times
doing
I've said that?
She's disobedient. Give it to me.
The mother wants to do
Turn
it.
over.
I'll go get another.
Turn over.
And now he's
Get on
going
your
out to get
butt.
another belt.
Now. All the way on your stomach.
Damn, she laid in.
Thank you.
All right, one smack.
That should be it.
That she's trying to stop the beating.
She might. Yeah, she might be trying to stop
She's
it. but
trying to stop
but
the
the
beating.
father ran out to get another belt.
The father's a sociopath.
Yeah, complete fucking
He's a
lunatic.
sociopath.
Deserves
And
everything
this,
he gets, man.
this is the torturous aspect of this whole fucking video when I was watching it. Now she's in the room alone on the bed, sort of weeping quietly. The parents are out of the room. The room is dark. And they leave her alone for a little bit. Now, in her head, she's got to be like, I guess that's over. That sucked. It's terrible.
I never got my
And then he
licking
comes
on.
back
Get on
in.
your fucking stomach on the bed now. Get on the stomach or I'm going to start beating you again.
Get on your stomach.
Fucking.
Get on your stomach, I said. Get on your stomach.
Reaching around onto her stomach.
Get
hitting
on
her.
your goddamn stomach.
Get on your stomach.
Get on your stomach.
Jesus.
What a bully, faggot
Beat you
motherfucker.
into submission. You want to put some more computer games on?
Yes.
You want some more?
Yes. The kid's crying and he's beating her with a
Video's
belt.
only half over.
Fucking computer.
It continues.
Oh, I didn't even want one in the goddamn house. See all
Yeah.
the problem they caused?
You tuning son of
All
a
the
bitch.
fucking problem they
You
caused.
gaming son of a bitch. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my house.
She wanted to, okay? She made
Randy.
a decision. I didn't want
Be
her to
more
take this
funny.
any longer because I do believe
Fucking queers and retards
The
and girls
mother-
that download software.
The mother's a
it
codependent
has
slob.
caused nothing but arguments and fights.
Yes.
She's trying to stop the beating. 'Cause
But-
she lives with a fucking probably a rageaholic.
Oh,
and
Are you
bet she-
happy? Huh?
what a bully.
Disobeying your parents?
He's right in her
See what
face.
it'll do?
He's smacking her.
Is it fun to disobey your mom and dad? Huh?
Fuck you, mom, and fuck you,
You don't deserve to
dad.
fucking be in this house. Disobedient. What happened to you, Hillary? Once you were an obedient, nice little girl. Now you lie, cheat, and steal.
She's a woman.
Putting the fucking game on. Man, I'll just keep beating you and beating you. That's how upset I am.
He loves this. I bet his dick is hard.
I bet it is.
2
Yes.
months?
No,
Little
mine
month?
is.
6 months.
What?
6 fucking months. Got it? Got it?
I think he's pulling her hair or something.
He's just a bully.
Yeah.
He's getting off
Total
on
bully.
beating this kid.
Yep.
A lot of people tapping out. A lot of people tapping out.
Yeah, well, a lot of people
That's
have.
brutal, man.
If I hear so much as you raise your fucking voice,
Look at this.
Listen to him.
me or your mother with the wrong tone, or you do one little thing wrong, you look at me fucking wrong.
Someone should just, like, as they're walking down the street, just keep punching this guy in the face.
Yeah.
And then someone else, as he's shopping, maybe, bam, just punch him in the face.
Got it? Are you happy?
Yes.
You caused this, but you're just fucking obedience. You know I'm not going to put up with it, don't you? Did you think I was fooling?
What a
Does he
power
need,
hungry
does he need to go on with this?
fucking bully motherfucker.
There's still time left. Still another couple of minutes. Does he come back? Guy's a creep.
That's so great. She ruined his life.
Yeah, good.
With this.
I told you, don't put Kazaa on your computer.
Oh.
Kazaa. Who's
You know
that
what
down?
I'm telling you now?
What's this?
Are you listening?
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
touch one other thing.
She's probably got welts on her fucking
Oh
legs.
my
and
God,
shit.
that was a
What
fucking beating.
Notice otherwise.
That guy.
Is that understood? Okay.
He's had to respond publicly.
Now,
What did he
I
say?
will leave.
Yeah. Oh, you don't?
You alone.
But I'm coming back in, goddammit.
After you beat the shit out of your own daughter, do you go back and just start reading the newspaper?
Yeah. What do you
Like,
do?
What do you do?
Well, you know that was a regular occurrence, obviously. That was not a first-time fucking occurrence.
No. Fucking should be pulling a gun out of that fucking dresser and go berserk.
You certainly fucking understand.
Yeah.
You understand when that shit
Like,
happens.
you really want to see that guy just taken apart by the fucking men that he has to put in jail that he couldn't talk to that way?
Just ass raped.
You're sleeping on my couch in Allison's room. Get a blanket and go down there.
Why?
I don't know. Does the father want to jerk off on her, too?
Yeah.
Fucking creep.
Get your blanket and go down there.
By the way, it's all on video. Uh-huh.
The mom is hateable, too, man.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, the mom was trying to stop that beating.
Yeah, great. She should have thrown her own body in
Now, you
between. If that's a fucking mother's defense, is beating her also so that the father ain't gonna beat her. You jump in front of that fucking belt, you claw that fucking cocksucker's eyes out.
No, because I'm just. This is my take for that video. I'm not defending the mothers, but she's one of those sick fucking broads that is attracted to violent piece of shit men. She's married to this piece of shit. I don't know if he hits the wife or not, but it wouldn't surprise me.
He has to.
Wouldn't surprise me.
The way he beats that daughter, you can see that was the mother's way of stopping that beating.
We got Anthony V in Brooklyn. They were on GMA this morning, the mom and daughter. Mom claimed she was controlled by a husband.
Oh, it's not, watching her do that.
Mind
she hit her,
control.
The mother was trying to be firm and take it from the belt from the father. Like, we're going to do this. She hit the daughter once and then
walked away.
closed the door.
And the father couldn't fucking
No, he
leave it
couldn't
alone.
keep his dick down.
Yeah.
He had to get his dick hard again and hit the daughter.
I hope the download was worth it.
Yeah, right?
What do you think the download was?
Oh, it's a game. Yeah, some kind of fucking game.
I literally hope that guy kills himself. I hope that guy fucking shoots himself in the head.
I bet you it was SimCity.
That's a good one.
Let's go to Dustin. Dustin, what do you got?
Hey, what's going on?
Were you using lemon pledge or something?
Yeah, what are you doing? How come you're not sweeping or something?
This guy filed a criminal complaint against me this morning.
Why?
For harassment. Publishing his phone number on the internet.
Jesus.
He filed a complaint against you?
He did it to like 20 of us.
Oh.
Of course you did.
Well, good for you guys.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, good for you guys.
I don't think
exposing this piece of shit.
I don't think he's going to get much sympathy.
Wait, what are you all about? You just are you connected to the story, or you just like us? You just saw it.
I just woke up this morning and seen it, and decided to look him up and put his number out there so everybody could let him know.
Do we have his number? We should call him and just ask if he'll talk on the radio.
It's 361.
No, we can't give it out. No, don't give it out. Don't
Dustin,
give it out.
please don't do that to us. I would love to, but thank you. We gotta let you go. That is a whole can of worms. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Wow, I gotta say, man, that fucking clip shut all three of us down.
Yeah,
it's very rare when all three of us are shut down. That is enraging.
It's a bully, and the way he's talking to her, like he's trying to be a tough guy with a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, with a 16-year-old girl. How about some of the fucking guys you put up? Get in a room with them and try to fucking spank them. Oh, would they choke him with that belt?
Well, I guarantee you he talks to them horrible from behind the bench. But just as
a real brave guy.
As a man, one-on-one.
But over a dumb download, I was wondering.
There's something. There's
a lot of viruses.
So much more behind that.
You don't spank a girl like that without. How can you spank someone like that? I think that's such a sexual thing.
Yeah.
When you're a little kid and you get fucking whacked for doing something, but when you're spanking, you're bend over the bed. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. Get your butt up on there. Oh,
arch that back.
Oh, I hope he loses everything and fucking shoots himself.
Oh, that'd be great.
I would love that.
Oh, I'd love to read that news.
Somebody's saying we should play the Benny Hill music just to
get
everyone happy again. Because that's a bummer right there.
That's a bummer.
That's a terrible video.
That's a real drag.
We have audio of him.
Oh
though?
yeah. So
see, I got to hear this. I haven't heard
news,
this.
Benny Hill
we could try it.
No, we can't. Maybe we should. I don't know. It's just really upsetting.
Look, I think we all acknowledge how upsetting it is.
It's terrible.
This dumbass.
By the
is
way,
he trying to make an excuse, or what is he doing? What's his fucking take on it?
By the way,
before
I had a son, I thought it would be okay.
Your son
to do a little hitting to discipline.
Yeah.
Fuck no. I can't even imagine a scenario where I'd be able to do that.
Oh. Just throw spaghetti against the wall.
Well,
that works too.
Huh?
That works too. You just throw spaghetti against the wall.
Oh, just kind of like make a scene?
Yeah, make a scene. Make
Maybe
the
that'll
kid cower. If a kid ain't cowering, yeah, it's not real discipline.
By the way, do you know how many fucking
Can't
threats
imagine
this guy is going to get over that?
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
People
yeah.
Because the internet, even if the guy didn't publish his number on the line, people will find it.
Yeah.
Brian Stone writes, yet a 100-year-old woman getting punched in the face was a laugh riot.
Yep.
You know what? I wasn't affected by the 100-year-old lady getting punched in the face in the lobby of that.
That was
building.
enraging.
It was enraging.
Of
yeah,
course it was.
But here's the circumstances where I kind of separate the two. It was a fucking criminal doing it.
Stranger.
A stranger criminal punching this woman in the face. Tragic, yes. But it wasn't the father who was supposed to be the person that you look at as the provider and protector of you, beating a little girl.
Beating the shit out of her.
Instead of an old lady who probably, I'm sure, she's lived a life. So, she probably got hit in the head and went, I remember getting hit in the head in the 30s. Sucked.
Yeah.
It's just one of those situations where it's not the same. And it was one punch. She goes down. This guy with the psychological thing of pounding it, it just,
over and
belt,
over again.
Yeah. And all you were doing was talking during laughing.
Right. Yeah, see, the belt came out. Exactly. That's when my father brought the belt out.
It really does look.
You ever get hit like
brutal.
that?
Not that bad. I've been hit.
I got hit
once
like
or
that.
twice like that, but not like that repetitive wham
over and
wham
over
wham.
again?
Yeah, he used to pull his swats with the belt sometimes. If you had to get a lot of syllables in.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that again. And if it's a long fucking soliloquy, he'd pull back a little. It was just like, knock it off, whap.
Did that enrage
Then you get the good one. I don't know if it enraged me. No, as a kid, it made me feel like, what did I do? Yeah.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
What did this guy say? What was his response? Because
You acknowledge that that's you in the video?
I don't want to talk right now, sir.
Okay,
I've
but
got
you
a
had
lawyer.
conversation with your daughter?
Sure.
And what was
She's
it?
mad because I've ordered her to bring the car back, in a nutshell. But, yeah, that's me. Lost my temper. I spanked her. Her mother was there. She wasn't hurt. It was a long time ago.
She wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
What a fucking
wasn't hurt.
cunt.
Do you know what that does
hurt.
to it? Do you know what that does to a kid?
Just the way he talked to her. Get up. What a
Get
fucking
up. Get your
cunt.
butt up on there. You goddamn fucking face you BD.
Wasn't hurt.
It was a long time ago.
How long ago
Galaxy
was it?
far,
About
far
6
away.
years.
Okay,
I apologize to her. I really don't
No,
want
you
to get
didn't.
into this right now.
Sorry, you have
because,
to.
As you can see, my life's been made very difficult.
Baby boy.
It's difficult.
You deserve all of it and more, you cunt.
Yeah. Good.
B Golf B, a New York pal of mine. I don't blame Festive crying after hearing that. You know what? Fair enough, man.
That made me
Fair
angry.
the fuck enough.
That made me. I've seen too many awful videos to cry at that, but that made me really angry.
That one's rough.
Angering.
Oh, his life.
As you can see, my life's been made very difficult over this child.
Have you been contacted by Judicial Review, any of those committees out of Austin, since this video apparently has gone viral?
I've contacted them to let them know.
And what was their response? Do you think you're going to face any kind of suspension or discipline?
Don't know. In my mind, I haven't done anything wrong other than discipline my child after she was caught stealing, and I did lose my temper, but I've since apologized. It looks worse than it is. There is a story. It'll come out in due time, okay?
Okay.
What's the story?
We saw the
trying
story.
to justify
What are
that.
you talking about?
You're a fucking cocksucker. And you can't, how can you hit a 16-year-old like that if it's not some weird shit? Get up there on the fucking bed, bend over.
On the bed, bend
You
over.
fucking creep.
He's taking full arm swipes at her, at her stomach, her legs, anywhere he could fucking hit.
Yeah.
It wasn't some, let me spank you on your hiney
What a
2 times to kind of, let you know what the fuck. That was a beating.
And you can't, by the way, the Judicial Review will do nothing because it had nothing to do with his job and it was 7 years ago.
You know what, though? What's
Can't.
gonna end up happening because this plays out like this, now that we know his name and his face, other people are going to come forward with some fucking
You hope
stories.
so, yeah. You hope so.
My opinion.
You hope so.
My opinion.
Look at his dumb fucking face.
And everyone's
just looks
saying
like
his
a
daughter had cerebral palsy, but we said she didn't, right? Ed?
No, she had a type of cerebral palsy.
Oh, that's good.
There's like, yeah.
That's great.
He's been temporarily relieved of his duties for the next 2 weeks.
Duties.
But is that him now stepping down?
Well,
how can they relieve him?
They want to see who else they're going to fire. Right in.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see who else knew about this, and we get the review done. Get you back up on the bench.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
For the rest of his life, he's that guy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the fucking vicious, shitty dad.
What a fucking bag of shit.
Shitty dad.
Judge William Adams.
This guy's dad used to hit him, and well, let him tell the fucking story.
All right.
Kevin in Jersey. Kevin.
Hey, boys.
Hi.
Hey, so I used to get spanked by my father. Got the belt, you know, and or he'd hit me with his hand. So one time, I don't even know what I did. I must have been like 8 or 9 years old, and I hear him coming up the stairs. I'm shitting in my pajamas. So I took this Hardy Boys Mystery, a hardcover book, shoved it down the back of my pants. He bent me over his knee and wham, hit me with his hand and went, whoa! It was like, he was like totally shocked, had no freaking idea.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys were great. They'd always go out and solve the crimes.
What about Nancy Drew?
I didn't like her.
Oh, no?
She was lesbianish. Always sob. My little nephew would try to make me laugh. He'd always go, did Nancy Drew pictures or something? I'd have to fill his mouth.
Jesus.
I liked that video. He was spanking her because she was bad.
She was bad, yeah.
Way too old, though.
Christ, this guy's phone number's all over Instant Feedback.
Oh, yeah, it's
Everyone
everywhere.
Everyone knows the number.
Why don't we call him and just see if he'll talk to us? But
It's
do it off
easy
the
to
air.
guess.
He fled town.
He fled town?
Yes.
Fled
Good.
town.
That's his life is
He was
ruined.
seen packing luggage, a briefcase, and rifles into his car.
Rifles.
Of course, he's targeted.
Go ahead.
He's a Texan. He knows.
Oh, this guy should just be stoned every time
Yeah, man.
throw rocks at him.
You can't tell people to do violent shit, dude.
I wouldn't care though
Nice,
if
Kevin.
people did.
Yeah, but you can't
just
encourage
do
it.
shit. That's her Twitter, by the way.
It wouldn't. It would be. I wouldn't encourage it, but it would be nice to hear.
Is she at least getting followers out of this?
I don't know. Is she? Yeah.
I don't know. I heard she dropped Colin Quinn. She's not following. Let me see it.
She's got 2,200 followers.
You know what? Because
A beating like that, she should get at least 20,000 followers, man. Fuck.
Yeah, that's a good Twitter.
What was her last tweet?
Beating.
Just wanted to let everyone. Just wanted to let everyone know that I'm all right, but please no more phone calls unless it's vital.
Oh.
Well, how about we talk to her?
Yeah.
Please contact me again tomorrow when I have more time.
Who is this bitch?
People know.
She likes the attention, huh?
He's my best friend. I don't judge him, and neither should you.
What, the father?
No, someone else.
Oh, that's somebody else.
Scary. She must hate her father. She wouldn't. You don't release this on your best friend.
She said she released it after receiving many harassing phone calls from him.
Good. He's just a fucking.
She's flying to New York?
Yeah, she's in New York.
Oh.
Yeah, because she did GMA.
She was just on
Can Roland get her?
Yeah,
Say
get
it
Roland.
again.
He's working on it.
The guy is he really? The guy's.
She might be scared of Roland, though. He kind of does look like the fucking warden in
when
Midnight Express.
We should talk to her when she comes in, and she'll be like, "Hi," like, "Sit down."
Oh God! See if she jumps.
It is my wish that people stop threatening my father and start offering professional help. That is what he really needs.
Yeah, professional help, like a fucking sound thrashing.
Why did she release it so many years later?
Well,
He
he
just
did
kept
something
calling.
recently that
Yeah, she
pissed
said
her off.
She said she didn't want to release it when it happened because she wanted the time to look back on it and release it with a sound mind instead of.
And she's also out of that house by that age.
Yeah,
She's 16.
and yeah, that's the first thing that I read was that she didn't know what would happen if she released that when she was a minor.
She's probably afraid he'd kill her.
Yeah, or be taken
Or
away
he-
because
yeah, they would be-
she's
they'd take
still
her away.
close. She's still close to her mother. She's not close to her father.
They would have taken her away. Yeah.
When did she leave for good? I left for good at 18. Anyone know? I'm
No.
serious.
Well, if that was 16,
Because there's something that does play in there when you're a minor. You're like, fuck, I'm trapped here. But as soon as I turned 18, I fucking said,
Well,
see you later.
and by the way, I just got a
Certainly held on to that fucking recording, didn't she?
Yeah.
I just got a Twitter from a girl. She goes, "I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for the mother. She should go to jail too." I'm not saying I feel sorry for the mother. I am simply stating that was what was happening. By watching the video.
That fucking mother should have thrown herself on top of the daughter and protected her that way. And then if that husband just starts punching her in the face, then he goes to fucking prison. That mother did not
The mother didn't know she
use
was
her
being taped.
motherly instincts to fucking
yes, she did. I
protect
disagree.
that daughter.
I disagree.
No.
Hold on, Ant. With
No.
that said, let me just go to Joe because he heard something in the tape. Joe in Oceanside, fast. Go.
What's up, guys? Yeah, if you turn the video up, the volume when the daughter's in the room by herself in between the two beatings,
right?
You can actually hear the parents talking in the hallway, like outside before the dad comes back in, and the mother's going, "That's enough, that's enough," and he's going, "No, I didn't get my licks in yet."
Yeah, well,
So
the mother took
the mother tried to stop it.
She didn't try. She fucking talked. She gave him lip service.
But she was scared
You know
that
what?
she was going to get beat.
Well, if she's scared, she's going to get beat. The first thing, the first priority is her daughter in that situation, and she should have put herself physically in between her fucking cocksucking husband and her cocksucking and her daughter.
But dude, if she had that mindset, she wouldn't have married that guy. Meaning, I'm not saying she's right, but that's that sick shit. That was the only way she was fucking.
Well, then I'm saying she's an awful mother.
Yeah.
She's a horrible mother then.
But
she's got no instinct to protect her own fucking daughter in that situation, which is anything you can do.
Hey, she's on TV with the daughter right now. She's not with the husband. Like, meaning, she's not protecting the husband and sticking up for him. She's with the daughter. And look, I think women are stupid who get involved in that shit.
Yeah.
But just watching that, as soon as she took the
question. And
She was in on it a little bit.
No, I think
enough.
The mother is.
And she took a fucking major hit. She took a good swat at her own daughter. That was pretty impressive. For her
I will
mom.
defend the mother. Because I really watching
She's in
that
a tough spot.
I hate her.
I mean, again, she's one of those. It's one of those things where you have to take the I hate to say grain of salt, but she's one of these people that married an abusive piece of shit. So that mindset's already there to begin
So
with.
when the fuck is what would it take to wake her up that she sits there and watches her daughter screaming in pain?
Dude, absolutely.
You know?
Why would a woman who might have, I don't know what her parents were, but why do women who are beaten by their fathers marry guys that beat them? It happens all the time. You can't use logic. You just got to watch what was happening, and that was her way of stopping the beating.
I don't even see an instinctive, motherly, nurturing, and protective ability in that woman. That's why, there should have been instinctively.
But that might make him angrier. Like, again, that might be the pattern.
Beyond any logic that she might think he might do this, I know, this. Beyond that, on a visceral fucking animal level, she should have thrown herself on top of her daughter.
No, because a lot of times in crisis situations, you do what has to be done. People get a really weird, cool head sometimes in these situations and do what has to be done.
I would have to agree with Jimmy. Because in my situation, in my house, my mom ruled the household, and it was more mental than fucking physical. And my dad allowed it to happen because I think in his mind it was just fucking easier to deal with.
Right.
Because the whole thing that Ant's talking about is probably the right thing to do, yes, but it's so complicated after you do something like
Just
that.
see her as being a terrible mother.
And then their fight.
My dad should have fucking jumped in on many occasions with the crap that was going on in my house, but he didn't.
The mother's weak. She's really weak, and that was her way of standing up or trying to stop the bully by tugging on the back of his shirt saying, don't go hit her anymore. If she was strong enough to actually throw herself on her daughter, she would not be with that guy.
Well, that should have made her buck up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think
the screams. She's screaming like she's being fucking hit. Where if you hit a fucking a terrorist or an enemy combatant like that, you'd fucking go to prison. Right. If you were in the military interrogating somebody and started hitting them like that in this day and age, you're going to prison. And this fucking asshole gets to hit his daughter like that, and the mother gives her a whack just to maybe take the heat off.
I think in a perfect world, you're absolutely right, Ant, but I think it gets very, unfortunately, complicated.
Well, I'm just saying she's a horrible mother. I'm not
She's
saying
probably scared shitless for her own life, scared shitless if she did the wrong thing. Maybe the beating would have been worse. If she did jump on the daughter, then what's next? Does she have to leave the house, and is that complicated? You know what I mean?
know.
Sometimes you stay in a situation because it's easier and it's comfortable.
And women like this same woman, Queen Elizabeth, is saying, as a mother, I would never let any man touch my daughter that way. He'd have to kill me first. Okay, and that's the perfect way to be.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, this woman married this guy.
And we've heard the Bob Kelly stories.
Right.
Bob Kelly's
Eating.
mom didn't want to see her son get the shit beat out of him by some guy that she was seeing, but it happened. Unfortunately.
Well then maybe
what was she supposed to do?
Maybe she wasn't the best mom either then. I'm just saying there should be a primal instinct that takes over.
I agree with
that. That,
but I think it gets
shouldn't allow
complicated.
someone to inflict that kind of harm on your child while you watch.
But I don't know what else they did. But who knows if he beat her more, what other situations might have been like. In that house, maybe that wasn't the worst that could happen.
Maybe.
Maybe the mother didn't want to ask. Again, I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Maybe.
But how great is it that this fucking father has to take a rifle and leave town?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm pretty sure this wasn't like the first time because she said that she set up the recording because she knew something was going to
You don't just happen to fucking have a recording of a beating like that.
She knew that she did something that was going to set him off, and then she knew it was going to be really bad.
Yeah.
So she recorded it.
I'm not surprised it was over a dumb little thing too.
Kenny, what do you think? You've seen domestic situations before. And,
First of all, were you bothered by that, Kenny? By that audio?
You have to break the circle of violence.
It's just the worst.
Oh, Jesus.
He's just the
Why?
Emotionally, did that affect you at all? Oh my God, he's dead inside.
He really is a fucking...
He's dead
Yeah.
inside.
I'm sorry. I'd rather talk about Jimmy at the Stress Factory this weekend.
He is. He's a husk.
No, but he understands
He's just
that
a cold husk.
humor is the healing
Yes,
medicine
of
we all
course.
need.
Yeah.
That was disturbing, though.
Yeah. You know the old saying.
What, Kenny?
What do you say to a woman with two black eyes? Nothing. She's been spoken to twice already.
Oh, shit. So old school. Not a person listening that doesn't know that.
But what about
joke.
that wife with about her stopping the beating?
I wish them all well.
Jesus. Ken Z in Jersey writes, the mother was most likely abused or she has
course.
had serious mental abuse by him. Opie nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody fucking
Kinda know a
takes
little
that
bit
for no
about this.
reason.
Look, I knew it. I said it's not the fucking Leave It to Beaver house. I understand that, but it's like they're just odd to me to see that extent of violence towards a young kid, and the mother thinks the best she could do is hit her also once.
Well, it's got to be a horrible position for the mom to be in if you think about it. Horrible. She's probably too fucking scared to do the right thing like you're saying.
Well, muster
for
up
whatever
some
reason.
fucking courage because your kid's getting beaten like you wouldn't beat a fucking enemy.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't beat someone in a bar fight. Ridiculous.
And in those situations, unfortunately, it's always over something so stupid. Half the shit when I was growing up was always over the dumbest,
Oh, yeah.
stupidest, who gives a fuck thing.
Yeah.
None of us were on drugs or doing anything crazy, but we got, crazy shit happened to us.
Good point.
It was always over dumb stuff. But that's a dumb teenager thing. Who gives a fuck? That doesn't deserve a beating. Maybe you take the computer away or whatever for a while. But shit. It brings back too many fucking memories I'd rather not discuss.
Yeah, it's also, and someone else raised this point, they're in a small town and he's a judge.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a family court, someone says family law, whatever, it is kind of, maybe you feel like no one's going to listen to you. Because abused, people are getting beaten up from what I know about them. They never think, I'm going to go tell people and everyone's going to help us. Or else most mothers would never allow their daughters to be finger popped by a creepy father, but they do.
Right.
Most mothers are fucking repulsed by that.
Right.
But they allow it to happen. They look the other way, and it's like, why? Because they don't think people will help them.
Well, if this guy was worried about his, his job or whatever, then fucking get rid of the computer. Obviously, the computer has been a problem in that household for a while.
Yeah, well, she's obviously a thief. We can't overlook that.
Well, she is a thief, and she should have her hands removed but by a hatchet.
A
lot of people agree with Ant, but I'm just saying that that's probably, there's a lot more that goes into it than simply just jumping on your kid like that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just odd to me. That's all.
Yeah.
And
Well, did your mom get involved when your dad was
very upset?
Did your mom get involved when your dad was doing some stuff, or did you think your
no,
dad
but
was?
It never got to the point where it was like that type
Where
of
it was out of
thing.
control?
It was whack whack, you're done, and then and that was discipline. He wasn't fucking get over, roll over, and then hitting as you're trying to. There are definitely levels of corporal punishment. Aunt just cried. Yeah, right. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Hasn't dried up.
Whatever happens to this judge, I'm just going to say this. I hope it does not end well for him.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fucking phones are lit. We don't have time, but let me just read a bunch of these. Kristen in Jersey. I had to drive my mom to the hospital once because she had a broken nose. Russ in Atlanta. I think the mother is just afraid to leave. Marcos is a regular. The wife is probably too weak to fight back, and he probably abuses her as well. Victor, my mother used to hit me like that all the fucking time. Ryan in Chicago, the dad was mad about the amount of sausage in the Jimmy Dean sausage.
We should grab one of these people, like the one with the broken nose. Are they still there?
Yeah, Sharon, I used to take beatings, and my mom used to jump in and fight with him. I had a friend who works in a domestic abuse department, and a lot of judges are in that program. That's Melanie in Philly. And finally, I think she also got hit because she ate a whole box of fudgesicles. You want the broken nose?
Oh, yeah, one of them. Yeah, I want to hear what
Kristen in Jersey.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, man.
Well, I can tell you it was many, many years ago. It was in the 80s, but I grew up in a household. It just was such a horrible video to listen to because, I kind of put myself right there with it. It was regular in our house. My mom would get us alone. She'd apologize and cry, and as soon as we were in the house, she'd get beaten worse than us. And so my stepdad since passed away, but my mom didn't leave him until she literally feared for her life and got an order of protection and moved without him knowing where she went. But it was regular. And one of the things I got beaten for, I wanted to go play tennis with a boy down the street, and I wasn't allowed to leave the house.
Is that what you called it? Tennis?
Yeah.
Juggle his balls. Large black gentleman.
So what, you left anyway and played tennis?
Why?
I threw the tennis racket out the window, and I didn't realize he was in the room downstairs and saw the tennis racket go past the window. And
Oh, shit.
And that's what set him off?
How would you feel if you're watching TV and a tennis racket goes flying by?
Yeah.
Maybe he was watching tennis. He thought the TV exploded. He got frightened.
No, I think the mom is definitely wrong, but it took my mom this many years to figure it out. So now we're close and now we're friends, but she was in a really damaged mental place. She didn't know right from wrong, and she thought right was just keeping a roof over our heads so that, we weren't homeless or we didn't have no money or anything like that.
Right. Any money.
Yeah, you don't.
Anyway,
You don't deserve a beating.
great topic for the ride to work, guys.
Yeah, I know. It's a little deep, isn't it?
Ah, what are you going to do? It's in the
deep
news.
shit.
It's in the news. It's on the
it's a huge
Intratubes.
story. All right, thanks, Kristen.
Have a good one.
All right, man.
I didn't hear the Ron and Fez segment on that. Did you? Did you hear?
On this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was listening
How far they got before they had to stop the...
They heard... I mean, I think they played a good amount of
Oh,
it.
they did?
Yeah.
But what was Ronnie saying?
Ron...
Was he trying to console?
Yeah, well, Fez was getting more angry than sad. Like,
Oh.
Fez got really over the top, super angry, and started yelling at callers and...
Whoa.
Like, to the point...
Why is
like,
he yelling at callers?
Well,
Like,
that's...
Just
this
lashing
one
out.
Everyone's sort of on the same page with this one.
I think it was Ron that pointed out that, like, this was... Because Fez is so anti any sort of...
violence
or anything.
Yeah.
Corporal punishment.
Yep.
That he actually, this was his moment to kind of get the audience on his side, and he got so over the top emotional that people were like,
wasn't able to
yeah, you're
convey
not,
his
you're
point.
way over the top right now.
I have
Which
to listen to that.
that upset him.
I have to get that.
It wasn't a Blueberry incident, was it?
No.
He was a standalone beating, though.
Sure was a standalone.
That's right. The belt is not a standalone accessory.
Not like a Kiwi.
We done with the phones?
Someone's saying Fez is anti-violence, but he's constantly threatening to beat the shit out of various interns and.
Well, yeah, I mean
people.
that when
Doesn't
Fez
that
gets
kind of go against his
Fez
stance?
was under the influence at the time, I believe.
Ah, okay, that might have been it.
Yeah,
threw a bottle of aspirin at me, and yes, threatened an
Why is he
intern.
throwing shit at you?
This was a while back.
Okay, if he hit you in the head though, and you got a headache, you got the aspirin. So
good call.
He's gives a little, takes a little.
Yeah. I was just trying to help one of the interns that Fez was shouting at, and then Fez, I think the bottle of Advil or aspirin or whatever it was intended for the intern, and I became collateral damage.
Oh, you just got in the line of fire. Yeah,
He
poor innocent.
He apologized later. It was
okay.
It was all fine. That was unnecessary.
This judge is fucked.
He really is.
Done.
His job's done.
I didn't realize. Someone tweeted me. Oh, that's what I want to say. That the judicial review, they said that they can look at any part of your life. I guess that's part of. I think
yeah,
that's
there's got to
what
be
it
an
is.
ethics kind of a thing in there where you can't
he's
just
completely done then. He's done.
Let's hope so.
Absolutely.
What a bum.
That's good.
His life is ruined.
I guess we don't have to go to the calls, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I like them.
Move on to something else.
Well,
or take a break and then move on to something else.
These are great.
Or go back to the phones after the break.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
Phones don't get lit this fast. That was fucking immediate.
Yeah, people definitely brings out emotions in people.
It stopped all three of us. That's
Yeah,
very rare.
it's just like, oh,
there's always
God.
one of us that is like, oh, come on. This one, that was brutal. That was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
The bullying aspect of it was just
That
amazing.
was like, it was the whole thing. The hitting, the bullying, the manipulation, the way he was talking to her, like
just
all that was
getting
just
off on it.
Yeah, like he was getting off on it.
Yeah, it was creepy. There was some kind
Oh, I bet as a judge, he's probably one of those guys that likes fucking the face masks and nipple and ball clamps and shit. He's got the local fucking dungeon master that kicks him in the balls.
Yeah.
And then he takes it out on his
Fake
daughter.
moral cunt bully.
Yeah,
You think
right.
there's some sexual tension there?
Definitely.
I think so. I mean, why are you looking to
Just in his
bend
life
your
in general?
16-year-old daughter on the fucking bed? You
bend her over a
fucking
bed.
creep.
It's just ghoulish.
What, did you catch her in a bikini one time and you just couldn't stop looking? You fucking asshole.
And it moved. Exactly. Creep.
Why else would you fucking... I don't understand it.
You ever get hit?
Yes, soap. Never like that. Soap in my mouth and stuff like that, but it was never...
Who's
my
soap?
No, the videotapes of the sitcom.
It was the family dog's name.
Yeah. He would, I got taxi in the mouth and all in the family. We got it, Jim. How many are you going to name? But no. I would get hit once in a while, but it was
Not
never.
like that.
No. Never.
All right, we'll continue.
Nope.
Sirius XM. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Another band you ruined.
Yeah. Sorry.
Love, Rain, or.
Yeah.
And the clog nose thing with Green Day. But you didn't ruin Pearl Jam yet.
No. Nah.
Well.
Nah.
How? Thinking. What do you want to talk about, man?
I'm a thinking. I don't know what's on the old itinerary.
I don't like anything else here.
Itinerary.
Nothing?
Huh?
Oh boy.
What do you like?
That gets to us.
What does Sam like?
there.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we're well prepared.
I know. I
There's
just
no
wish-
doubt about it.
I just wish you liked something.
Herman Cain, that's whatever. Sexual harassment thing.
Yeah, it's kind of
Roman.
catching up to him.
Oh, the FCC. We were lumped into this whole Janet Jackson thing, technically, with our shit.
happened?
With our shit problems on regular radio.
It's so great, those fucking scumbags in the FCC. The courts are shooting them down.
Yeah, they just can't get a fine out of the Janet
pendulum
Jackson
was
thing.
swinging back the other way.
8 years ago already.
8 fucking years.
A
that
dumb
was.
nipple slip.
If
Our stupid country lost their minds on a dumb nipple slip.
The sex man would have brought us back with some Janet Jackson. He would have gotten topical.
He would have.
He likes the Janet Jackson.
And
You know,
he loves getting topical.
as Sam calls him, Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
Depends on how his name is.
Good eye.
Gaddafi. The videos they just showed everywhere last week, 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
is far worse than a dumb nipple slip.
Yep.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think that would damage a kid a little more.
What,
Yeah.
the death videos?
Yeah, that.
Absolutely.
The beating videos, just that kid being beaten like that.
Way worse
Show
than
that on the
nipple slip.
news. Yeah, nipple slip for a split second with something pierced through it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, but they really went for blood on that one.
Oh yeah, they did, and they're not getting anything from CBS again.
That's those shitty conservatives. That's what they
FCC
fucking are
shouldn't have
hateable.
fined CBS over Super Bowl Nipplegate, is what the court system is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Third Circuit Court of Appeals in Philadelphia. So that's out today.
Well, you know what it was? Is they said that there is... Because, again, the rules are so vague, and they said that it's a fleeting... They give fleeting expletives they give are not definable a lot of times, but they're saying this was a fleeting thing, so why should there be a double standard for visual and auditory?
Mm-hmm.
Is basically, I think, in a nutshell, what they're saying.
In a nutshell.
Yeah. I don't know why we always say in a nutshell. It's like, what is the shell crazy or something? How about a nut Sunoco?
Horrible. Did I say FCC? I thought I did.
I think so. Why?
Yeah,
What-
you said FCC.
What should you have said?
I don't know.
Oh, it was the FCC.
Fuck you very much, the FCC.
Someone's writing, don't you mean FCC?
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Tell people to clear the corn cobs out of their ears.
Oh,
wow.
That's right.
I bet Mother would say that. Yes, she
I like
would.
this.
Except she'd say
Mother.
asshole. Get that corn cob out of your asshole. It's time for dinner, Sam. Pull
Sam,
that out.
Stop playing with that.
Yeah, pull those fucking two sewn together corn cobs out of your asshole. And by that I mean girthy. He would rubber band corn cobs side by side and shove them into his asshole.
Well,
Three.
we're going.
Wow.
We're going to do a live event. Thanks for nothing, an Opie and Anthony holiday event.
Thanks for nothing.
We're doing this event because some idiot down the hall was amazed that we could draw people to our live appearances, so he wanted another one.
A lot of people
This
there last
fucking
time.
idiot. He knows who he is.
Fun.
That's not how you promote an event.
What?
It's not how.
That's the only
one
reason we're
promotes-
doing it. He was amazed. He's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Yeah, we've been telling you this for years."
We have listeners.
That we have listeners. He was so amazed. He's like, "We gotta do another one of those." So because of that, we have to do this thing.
Why? In case people forget that we have listeners.
I don't know. I don't know the logic behind this because I told the idiot, I go, "Look, if we're gonna be out and about, we want those big, huge, over the top events like we used to do." With
Well,
that
this
said,
is-
we're gonna have a blast at the Hard Rock.
I love doing these.
We
I
really are
do.
going to have a good time, but
Absolutely.
But the logic that goes with this thing is unbelievable. It's the only reason because he was amazed. He saw us in the green room. Wow, I can't believe all the people that showed up. We got to do this again.
And we're doing it again.
That idiot wants to meet with us this week too. By the way,
This week is today and tomorrow.
Starting to
And
really
I don't mean
narrow
on
down
Friday.
who this mystery person
And
could
I'm not
be.
fucking doing tomorrow.
At this
today.
point, he knows I don't like him,
Oh man.
and I have no problem that he knows that. Thanks for nothing. An Opie and Anthony holiday event is a week from 2 weeks from today. Ed.
Oh, 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, November 17th, a Thursday, Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square, 8 to 10 a.m., followed by the after show from 10 to 11, which means we're going to be there for 3 hours.
No.
Well, you're gonna.
How
be,
are we going to be able to leave at 10?
You're
Watch
gonna be.
me.
You got to sign.
Yeah, sign. I'll fucking sign right out the door.
No, you got an autograph.
I'll
You
be
gotta
doing.
meet the people. Press the flesh, as they
You
say.
know what?
Yeah.
They wanted us to take a photo, the three of us, just to sign. That wouldn't be a bad idea, so it's faster, man.
I already told him what photo to use.
Oh, the three of us?
I already
Cheeky
told
baby.
him.
This should be a better one.
That's a great one to sign. Because that's
Stupid
one of the best
chic
pictures
is on
ever
it.
taken.
Yeah.
Dumb
Maybe
shit.
you go to a convention, find the Iron Sheik, get him to sign it too.
There you go.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a great picture
Yeah.
to sign.
That is.
It's one of the
Are
best
we gonna use
pictures
that?
ever.
As far
Okay,
as
That's
know,
what I
yeah.
told the guys.
I actually
Pissy
forgot.
pants
And then we could do the
Iron
other
Sheik.
thing, a dumb
pants.
little...
No, that's good.
Pissy
I
pants.
forgot about that. I thought you meant the one we took for XM. That's a.
Oh, yeah. No,
I see his
Chic
curly
one's great.
shoes straighten out because they're full of piss. They just slowly like go straight out, just full of urine.
There's piss in his
Because he's
boots.
pissing.
That was a good kid's book.
What?
Piss in booths.
Wow, I can't believe all the people that showed up. Really? How long have you been in this business?
Well,
You idiot.
the
Sorry, Ian.
the
They'll
list,
fire me before you. It's okay.
Nah,
You'll be
the-
all right. Don't worry about it.
the
You'll be
RSVP
fine.
list and the waiting list have already filled up completely in the first day.
Well, that's going to bring amazement into his fucking mind later
Nice.
today.
Well, there's only
Right?
3 tickets for that.
Yeah. But we're opening up the like upstairs area for people the day of, so everybody should just come and we'll have plenty of room up there.
All right, good. So if you show up, you're getting in?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Very cool. And we'll probably be moving people down to the floor because not everyone shows up
Exactly.
from the RSVP list. So
Yeah,
this-
so even
so
if
you
you're
still
not
got
on the
options.
list.
You got options.
As we
Show up
get
the
close,
day
we'll
of.
start announcing what some of the things we're going to do. There's a couple of things we're working on, which I think will be entertaining.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. You know,
I'm going to do my Gregory Hines tap dance.
nice.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Practicing.
I have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Big Gregory Hines fan.
I didn't know.
Is he alive?
No.
Oh,
Shouldn't be.
I have no idea.
So it's 2 weeks from today, the Thanks for Nothing and Opie and Anthony holiday event.
Yeah.
Did you just roll your eyes?
Yeah, just because what?
Why?
Because the logic is just amazing to me. walks up to us all excited like a little kid. I'm like, yes, we've been doing this forever. Yes, we draw people, you idiot.
Forever.
I wanted to do a Thanksgiving play.
Do you?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Who would you
like
play,
Pilgrims?
Jimmy? Who would you play?
I don't know.
Pilgrims and Indians?
Yeah. Would you like to be
First
a pilgrim
Thanksgiving?
or an Indian?
We could all hold our scripts and fucking have like a headdress or a pilgrim hat.
Oh,
Do you
that'd
know
be
that
nice.
that is one of the events we're working on?
Are you
Oh, good. I
kidding?
suggested it. I didn't know it got through.
Oh, yeah, we're doing it.
Like a school play
Yeah.
Yeah, the first Thanksgiving.
where everybody walks out. Hi, it's the first Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I was told nobody wanted to do it. Okay,
I kind of like that.
With some of
No, we've cast already.
yeah, with some of the people that you know and love
Yeah?
Yeah.
from the Opie and Anthony.
We can't announce all the cast members yet because
Can we be
some
in it?
will get upset.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Do you want to be in it?
I want to be in it.
Hey, if
You do.
if
Yeah.
Jim or Chip wants to be in it, like sure.
Oh, we should. Yeah.
I want to be in it. I
You
want
wanna
to be in it
too?
I don't need a big part, but I want to show off my acting chops.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a pilgrim or an Indian?
I'd want to be a pilgrim.
All
Because
right.
they win.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd want to be.
Opie, do you want to be in it?
No.
Okay.
I want
You
to
could be the humble narrator.
Yeah, I'll narrate.
Maybe I could play both or something. I'll woo 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 around the whole stage, get it raining. I don't know, whatever.
Well, I mean, I think we could find spots for Chip, Uncle Paul,
Chip's gotta be in it.
Ted
It should be.
Sheckler.
Yep.
Tez would overact.
Yeah.
Could you play multiple roles? Just change your hat.
Jim Norton and Jim Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just change your hat a lot.
Have some turkey. It's delicious, you Redskins.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
someone's got
That happens whenever I pick up granola. It just becomes.
picks up his granola and knocks his microphone right out of the holder.
We could do the Jocktober up. I mean, I know Jocktober's over, but I.
Oh, I see. It's your show.
Jock
You
Venmo.
asked what
I
I.
didn't know your show started
Yeah,
at
what else?
9:20.
You asked what I
Oh.
liked.
You know, the show that wasn't supposed to be yours, which is now yours. How did that happen?
I didn't even. Nobody saw that coming, did they?
I saw it coming from
You
a
guys
mile
did.
away.
Yeah.
Right. I love the. You know what?
Go ahead.
E-Rock's gonna be so upset,
What? This an obesity reference?
and it has to be said. And I apologize.
You
But I love
apologize in advance, and now you're saying it.
It's bad, yeah. It's gonna
I
be
love
bad.
the fact that management finally realized that you guys weren't voicing the worst of the week countdown.
Oh, he's gonna be so pissed. And let me tell you this.
Did you hear this one?
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, yeah.
No, but
I knew, I knew the
Eric
shenanigans.
is gonna be so pissed.
I knew the shenanigans
What?
that were going on.
Eric is gonna be so pissed, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because Troy,
Yeah.
once it was said that, all right, Sam and E-Rock are like, Rob Cross, he was like, so you guys aren't hosting anymore? No, okay, you're not hosting. It's done.
I played my role perfectly, by the way.
Well,
I
E-Rock,
was told by E-Rock to play my role, and I decided to play my role perfectly.
Okay, this is
instead
not-
of being an asshole, but now I'm being an asshole.
this is not the way E-Rock paints it, even behind the scenes to us.
Well, I played my role perfectly.
But
I had to make believe that I didn't know what was going on for
I
months.
don't know. You better explain.
We're going to.
Why don't
Okay.
you?
We're going to.
Why don't you explain first? So,
Well, I've been convinced for a very long time. You know the WoW guy who's amazed that people show up for our events? I know he doesn't listen to our show whatsoever. Hasn't heard a fucking minute of this thing in years. And then the other guys are too busy running other channels. So we're kind of, you know, that famous island thing we started at NEW.
Yeah,
it
under
continues
the
to this
radar a
day.
little bit.
We're an island. So the Worst of the Week Countdown was voiced by Sam and E-Rock. And now listeners everywhere going, really? I didn't know that. And the reason they didn't know that was because Sam and E-Rock on their own decided to stop doing it.
Oh, brilliant.
Because they're not getting paid enough and they work enough hours.
So why do it?
there wasn't one fan of the stupid minute of banter that E-Rock and me did before the bits that you actually wanted to hear.
So logically, they said, we don't need to voice this thing. It kind of runs itself, you know, with the production and stuff. So
the way it happened, because this is E-Rock's show, like I helped him host it and everything, but E-Rock, this was his whole thing, and he was like, you know, we didn't get around to doing it this week, so let's just put some production in. And I go, okay, that sounds fine.
And the beauty is management didn't notice.
So you
And then
did
the
it
next
again,
week,
the next week,
and
then
again.
the next week.
And then it got to become a joke behind the scenes where we're like, how long is it going to take for them to realize, because, quote, they're supposed to be in charge of the channel, to realize that the guys aren't hosting it anymore. And it went, how long? Be honest. Be honest. 8 months. 8 months.
8 months.
And then finally, one of these idiots, because they're just all the same to me at this point, one of these idiots goes,
That is brilliant.
Why didn't you guys, why didn't you host the Worst of the Week countdown this week, right? Is this how it went down?
Yeah, they went to E-Rock and said...
And what did E-Rock say?
We didn't have time to get a studio this week. He lied to him. He said... Because
it was 8 months, not 1 week.
I would have said, here's, all right, time to let you in on this. But E-Rock decided to keep going.
E-Rock decided to go with the lie.
And he lied and said, we didn't have time to grab a studio this week.
This week.
He went with the lie.
He just kept going.
Instead of at that point going, well, we thought, you could even be vague. We thought, we don't really need to voice it anymore.
Oh,
And it seems like no one had any complaints
pissed
about it. But he decided to continue with the lie.
He is going to be so pissed.
Why is he going to be pissed?
E-Rock,
Kind of blowing up his little creepy lying spot.
He thought...
It's not going to lead to a raise, so who cares?
He thought he'd gotten away with it.
Yeah.
And
I would have, too.
And then E-Rock came to me and was like, if anyone asks, just, to say this. I'm like, all right, no problem. So they came up to me.
See, that's funny because...
Does he like to shirk his responsibilities?
He loves it.
Loves shirking.
I mean, the ideas that he comes up with so he doesn't have to do work.
But the beauty is that those guys who supposedly are supposed to be paying attention, it took them 8 months to realize.
But listen to the way...
8 fucking months.
And the way E-Rock was trying to cover this up, too, Troy knew about this, and Troy likes to see the things blow up. Like, he likes to see the conclusion of this. Like, part of keeping this going, one would assume, was for the inevitability of, here's the reveal. So Troy was getting tired of waiting, and this was like a couple weeks ago, and he goes, Eric, let me just go down and tell him that you guys haven't been hosting. He was like, Sam, can I? And I was like, yes. I don't care. Just go and do it. Yeah.
You have enough shows.
Yeah, you could have done this months ago. What difference does it make to me? And Eric goes, listen, Troy, it's fine with me, but Opie said he doesn't want you doing that. And we go,
what are you talking about?
We go, what? And he goes, Opie talked to me, and he said to not tell anyone about this.
Let's get him on the phone. We should call him.
We already tried. He's
and you could get Troy
his
in
home
here
number
to see if I'm exaggerating. That's exactly...
We have two numbers.
We need him on the air.
Well, I can't do anything except keep calling him.
No, I'm not yelling at you.
Okay. I mean,
what's he doing?
He's not picking up the phone.
He's being sick.
Well, someone text him.
It's his fake sick day. We
Fake sick
acknowledged
day.
that
Fake
earlier.
sick day.
Yeah.
We're all
Fake
grown.
sick day.
We're all grown men. No one gets sick anymore.
No. Well, you just work through it. It's
Yeah.
morning.
Fucking man up.
That's what you do.
How happy are you?
Oh.
Look how happy
Troy is smiling.
You happy, Troy?
Oh, I love this shit. I love this shit.
Why do you love this shit?
Oh, it's just funny. It's just the whole Eric thing. Like, he thinks he's so slick, and he just thinks he's like, he can just maneuver people and and he's like, oh, and his go-to is always like,
does he like moving people around like chess pieces?
oh yeah, like he thinks he's like the mastermind, like
The puppet master.
He's the Bobby Fischer.
And to that point, Rob Cross came to me and he goes, so Opie said you and Eric don't need to really host the countdown for the next few weeks.
Well, that was me officially playing my role.
Well, I know.
Hold on a minute.
And Rob was...
Hello?
Hey, it's Colin Quinn. How's it going?
Hi, Colin.
That happened.
Hi, Colin. We were expecting someone else, but that's fine that you're on the line. What's up, buddy?
I'm just calling because I drove home with Norton last night, and something really bugged me all night, and I have to get it off my chest.
Sure. All right.
I'm on my way to he's talking about the
Oh, no.
tour, and he's got, different people on the tour, and he hasn't changed the name. And I was just imagining him sitting with his manager going, it's about product name recognition. He's using all this shit, advertising terms, and thinking he's like a business magnet.
A business magnet, yes.
Your phone crapped out a little bit, but
yes.
What you're saying is the anti-social tour that Jimmy's doing,
Yes.
but he's got new comics coming in.
2 new comedians.
2 new guys.
Same name.
Same name.
That was not my choice, though. If you want I wanted to change the name.
No, you didn't.
I did. And my agent fought me on it, and I talked to the other guys about it, and they were like, it's fine. Keep it.
First of all, he didn't talk to the other guys about it. Second of all, you and your agent sat there and you guys were using horrible advertising terminology. It's branding. It's just annoying.
My agent did say that.
It's branding?
Yes.
And He sat there and nodded sagely, like, that makes sense.
No, I thought it was stupid.
Colin's calling in to call the shots, I think.
No, but
on the
he's-
show.
This is the
new Colin.
You're right about him, but you were wrong about me. But you did nail it with that dumb branding thing he said.
You don't like Business Jimmy?
No,
You're not a fan of Business Jimmy?
I don't like serious business Jimmy at all.
You think Jimmy's looking at the numbers behind the scenes now?
No, he's trying to. He's just like me, a dumb comedian, but he's trying to be like, no, I mean, there's a certain exactly crushes the numbers, and he's like, in the Southeast, obviously, we need a little more name recognition, but
Might need a little more advertising in the Southeast.
yeah, it's really annoying.
Are you on your way to L.A.?
Yes, it ruined my whole night, as a matter of fact.
Good.
Why are you going to L.A., Colin?
I'm going to do a benefit out there.
Oh, nice.
You guys can't trash me. It's a benefit.
What's the benefit for?
Peter Boyle Foundation.
Oh.
Peter Boyle?
Peter Boyle.
Exactly. He doesn't need it.
That's a
he's dead.
What's the foundation for? Like what to support?
Yeah, what illness?
The disease he died from.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, what was it?
Colin doesn't know either.
Colin has no idea.
He doesn't know.
What a worm. Just going out there because he thinks it'll make him a big shot.
You don't know the disease he died of?
You fucking worm.
I just don't like to discuss it.
Why?
You don't like to discuss
he's scared we're going to blow up his gig.
No, he doesn't know. He's flying out there to do the red carpet. What a fucking weasel.
He has no idea.
What did the disease affect?
I bet they offered him
Mr.
free airfare. That's why he's going, he's going to fly out to the coast and do a benefit. Fucking asshole.
Mr. Red Carpet.
I don't think he knows.
No, he has no idea.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do know that it's fatal. So listen.
I would assume.
What did Peter Boyle die of?
Yeah.
Tell D-Rock to look it up.
Multiple
Myeloma.
Myeloma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Myeloma.
Yeah, it's a great song by the Kinks.
Oh, boy. Myeloma.
Yeah, myeloma. Dun, dun, dun. I did the whole thing.
What is myeloma? Is that like a little skin cancer?
That oma at the end.
Yeah.
That can't be good.
The name of Chip's second album. I do the whole thing.
Oh, it's cancer of plasma cells.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah, a type of white blood cell, yeah.
I would hate to have that.
Antibodies. Yeah. Wow, boy, that must just be like, go fuck your immune system.
Jeez. It's going to be a lot of
Sounds
laughs.
nice.
Going to be a lot of laughs at this benefit.
A lot of myeloma jokes going on.
Oh, my God.
Oh, heavens.
Are you flying business?
Yeah, I think so. It's Virgin Atlantic is business, right?
No, they have First and Coach.
Shit.
Meaning.
Colin made.
They told me business.
Oh, maybe they don't consider that first. Colin fucking
Sir,
made
your
them
seat is
fly
to
him
the right.
first. Yeah.
I don't like the fact that Keith Robinson's flying first, and I'm not. Only he's going to do. But he had to throw that in yesterday.
What's he going to do?
What is, your phone keeps
I don't
cracking
know
up.
what he's going to do, but I knew he's like, yeah, because I take Continental because of first, and of course then I accused him of him and Norton of being Continental files that just love Continental and.
Not so much anymore.
He's doing a benefit for sickle cell.
Oh, man, wow.
And you know they didn't fly him first. They flew him coach and he upgraded with miles. That fucking phony. Wants to just seem like he's zipping off to the coast. Importantly, Keith stinks.
All right, Colin. So you don't like business, Jimmy, and you're going to L.A.
No.
That's all I have to say.
You were right though about my fucking dumb agent. I really did fight him on that. I didn't know if I wanted to call it the same thing, but there's no harm in it. It's like, what else do you call it?
Well, let me ask you this.
That's not a bad name, though.
What's that?
It's a
No.
good name. It just bugs me that he's sitting there proud of his stupid product. And first of all, you didn't fight him on it. You didn't come in with other choices for names, did you? And if you did, we demand to hear them right now.
I didn't really. I didn't know what to call it.
You got one in you. Come on.
No, I didn't know.
Not one?
What were the other
Alternative name?
I just like the names.
4 Friends 4.
Yeah, the happy tour because we're all not happy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have it.
Ghostbusters.
No.
What's that?
Ghostbusters 2012.
No.
A maniacal laugh.
Well, he's a creep because he's telling us that he went in and fought him on it. Yet, if I fought somebody on something, I'd come in with a couple of alternatives. So there's one of two things happening here. He didn't fight him on it, and he's lying, or he has a couple of horrible names. And
I
He
love
shortcuts
Colin.
to the chase, doesn't he?
I think he has a horrible name. Come on, Jimmy.
It's a horrible name.
I did. I was going to call it long story short. No, I did argue with him, but I didn't think we should call it anything. I thought we should just go in under our names, but it just, I understand why.
Oh, that's really organic. That's raw, man.
Sarcastic.
Hey, man, you know, we have our own thing. Shut up.
I didn't know what to call it. What do you call it?
I don't know. We'll have to have the listeners call in. I'm sure they'll have some great ideas.
Colin, you don't have an idea though either. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's your idea?
Hey, if I was running the tour, I'd just sit down for 20 minutes and think of a couple of things.
So quick to criticize, but I don't see you coming up and brainstorming here.
Yeah, you're in the back of a black town car that you're charging a cancer charity for. Fucking creep, instead of taking a cab yourself.
Hey, I'm paying for this.
You're paying for your own flight?
No, I'm paying for my own cab.
Oh, what a dope. What a dope. I was kidding. I would have made them fly me first of all.
I think Colin's blowing out your candle, Jimmy, to make his little brother.
Yeah, I know what he's doing. He just wants to brag that he's going to L.A. to do something and coming right back.
He's going to brag. He's going to L.A.
Yeah, he kind of has a lame reason why he's calling, because he knows the L.A. info will get out.
Yeah.
Casual conversation.
Yeah, we're doing a benefits.
Benefit,
Fly in,
LA,
fly out.
Peter Boyle, but it's not about this.
Some disease, I don't know.
Right.
That would make sense if it was 1952. Bragging about going to L.A. First time bragging about going to L.A., I wouldn't mention that Keith Robinson's going to L.A. too, would I?
When are you going?
Right now.
I mean, no. When are you coming back?
I'm going near the 59th Street Bridge as we speak. I'm coming back on Sunday night.
Oh, you staying for? Oh, you're doing an L.A. weekend. Why, big shot? What is there? Is the benefits split over 3 nights?
No, I'm staying with a friend, probably David Spade.
Oh.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's fucking nice.
You know, he's living a lap of luxury. I might as well just, be in on
Yeah,
that.
mooch off him.
Yeah, why not?
Hope to meet some celebrity friends. Convince them to do the same.
How many wigs does David Spade have?
I told you about the time, I went out there. So I tell you about the time I went to Spade's house and he was having a big party at Jennifer Aniston's, and I went there kind of expecting her to be like, I think I told you this. And I thought she'd be like, hey, Colin, like I thought we always had a connection. And she just looked at me like, hi, friend. Like she didn't even know who I was.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, friend.
Why would you expect her to know who you are?
Exactly.
I met her like 4 times.
Oh. Just looked at her or actually met her and said some words?
But it was kind of, there was a time when she knew my name. Here's what you guys have to understand. With a guy like me, there's a time when people know my name, and then a couple of years later, they don't know it again.
No.
Then they know it again.
Wrong.
Then they don't know it again.
No, there's a time people know your name. It's for 5 seconds when someone says, this is Colin Quinn. And then as soon as you turn around, it evaporates like mist, like an odor.
That's uncalled for. Wish I'd never made this call.
makes 5 of us.
I'll let you guys get back to another awful subject you were
Oh,
discussing.
it's terrible.
Oh, wow.
Terrible.
Thank you.
All right, Colin.
Hey, Opie, where's the big call you guys were expecting when I barged in? Apparently he didn't call.
Oh, no.
E-Rock.
It was E-Rock.
Well, you know what? You love E-Rock. And E-Rock decided to take a fake sick day today, so we're bothering him now.
What a phony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He didn't even have the scratchy voice like, I can't make it in, boss.
Yeah, he's being defiant.
Sounded right as rain.
What I love though is anyone else takes a fake sick day, we don't even think about it. But with E-Rock, we have to beat him up for it.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
And we know he's not here because you walk in and the building is breathing a sigh of relief. See, because he's heavy.
Because he's big boy.
The elevators are faster. Everything just works better. Sound quality's better. All right, how many things you got?
It was good. Man. All right, Colin.
See you, man.
Bye, guys.
Have a good trip.
Colin Quinn. I'm not on that level.
That's
to call
so
him Colin.
funny that he
Colin
fucking
Quinn.
picked that out. He's such a smart guy.
He picks up on the littlest fucking
it's
thing.
hilarious.
And will just drive it right into your gut.
But
Troy?
Pete's bad at naming things, so I didn't know if I wanted to, but I kind of went with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done a lot of tours.
Antisocial's fine.
Yeah, and no more network, just antisocial comedy.
That's good. Social's a big word out there these days.
Yeah. Have a sociable. That was my favorite cookie.
I don't think I'm getting my soup.
No. You want some out of the bottom of my balls? Yeah. some nice fucking Hep C soup.
I rarely go with the soup thing, but I was figuring, I'd go with some soup, and then I don't know. I asked for with about 9, I guess. When you
ball
asked
gets
for your
dropped.
My yogurt? That's
your
a long
yogurt.
time ago, man.
And then all of a sudden it didn't get
Where's
here.
my soap?
Kenny, what happened?
It wasn't ready yet.
Oh.
Now, unless you want to take it to go.
Oh, boy.
Put that to. I was kidding. Make that coffee to go.
Make the coffee to go. What the fuck are you? What should I do, Kenny? It's ready right now?
I say we get soup, and then we'll just do a little extra radio so you can enjoy your soup today.
What? I'll fucking be speeding down the road, one cup of soup in my hand, the steering wheel in the other.
Yeah, like a real cup of soup trip.
Troy Kwan, back to you, sir.
I'll take it now. Yeah, why not?
Come on.
Troy Kwan, back to you. So you
talk about how slick Eric is.
Yeah, you got to get your energy back up. I apologize. I really thought that was Eric calling in, which would have been perfect for this rant.
This is
Just another fucking big barrel-chested lunk.
The slickness of Eric, who thinks he's got one over on everybody. Like I was just saying that Rob Cross was like, yeah. So Opie said that you and Eric aren't going to be hosting anymore, and in Eric's head, he was thinking, yeah, Rob Cross is going to think this is coming from Opie. He's playing his role, and the mastermind, Eric Nagel, is just sitting back. And I go, yeah, I guess that's what he said.
I guess Eric used me, huh?
And then,
you're his go-to, by the way.
Then Rob goes, yeah, so I guess that means Eric obviously asked Opie to say that for him. I go, yeah, that's right. Like he saw right through Eric Nagel's slick plan.
I decided
clever ruse.
I decided to play my role knowing I would just blow it up on the air. By the way, it makes it better.
It's great. And then I told,
because he must have been scratching his head like, wow, he's being really cool about this. No, I knew I'd bring it up on the air.
And then I was telling you that Eric told Troy that he couldn't tell anybody in management about this because Opie said not to. Remember when
Did you say that?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, but he does that all the time. And
I just told Eric I'd play I would play the role and make believe I didn't know that you guys haven't hosted in 8 months.
I asked Sam, I said...
Knowing that I would say it on the air, which makes it way worse.
Way worse.
I said, Sam,
when he's taking a fake sick day.
How many times do you think Eric says, oh, Opie said this? Because that's the conversation ender right there. Do you know what I mean? Like, if something's going on, it's like, no, this, whatever. And he likes to just throw that around. And it's like...
Eric's favorite 2 words are Opie said.
What the? I barely talked to Eric.
Or his forward response to getting out of something is... You want to ask Opie? As if to say, look, I talked to Opie. If you want to talk to him, go ahead. But this is the shit that's going down.
Well, more importantly, management's now onto this.
Onto? They become grossly aware of it. See, the
maybe
point
not,
was,
though, because they don't listen to the show.
Is
anyone listening today?
I would probably now, yeah. I mean, if...
Are you going to get in trouble for this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the problem is that Troy would have just gone to one person and said it.
Who gets in trouble? Eric?
I get in a little trouble and Eric gets in more trouble.
But you enjoyed that I brought this up.
Eric gets in more trouble.
Oh, I see.
I'm willing to...
You're willing to get in a little trouble knowing how fucking much trouble Eric's going to get in?
Yeah, and how
yeah.
Eric...
That's fair.
Eric, this was like his thing. Like, he had protected this. Like, this was his scheme. Whereas the entire time, I was like, Eric, just...
Why would he continue to lie?
Tell him. That's the thing, because he loves to scheme. He loves to think that he's got one over on everyone.
Don't you think at that point you would kind of like spin and go, well, a while ago, we decided to do it without us hosting and it worked, so we just kept going with that.
I swear to God, I told Troy months ago. Troy was like, can I just go tell Rob just to see what he says? And I was like, yeah. Months ago, I was like, yeah, just go tell him. I don't care. Just tell him.
Maybe E-Rock will laugh this off.
The best part is E-Rock isn't smart enough to realize that in the end they wouldn't have cared anyway. But now they're going to care that he lied.
Especially since it came up on the air.
Well,
since he just lied and lied and lied. The point is,
cared.
If you just do it, but you never lie about it, like you didn't ask, so I didn't tell you, that's one thing, and you can kind of worm your way out of it. But if he said, I noticed you didn't host this week, and Eric's response was, yeah, that was a 1 week thing, not we haven't done it in months. I didn't just to see, and we like it this way.
Because they could have looked that up.
Yeah.
Isn't it in the system?
I don't know.
Kind of. It's weird, the system, because you guys were on Delete, and then you came here, and now you're on a system called Profit. So some of your stuff is in Delete, and some of it's in Profit. Everything that runs through the weekend is in Profit, and those files are recorded over for the next week.
Just in case you need to know, people.
Well, I'm trying to explain
to know.
Well, because you said, is it in the system? So Eric keeps all that stuff.
Is in the system meant yes or no?
Yeah, but the profit is better because it makes money.
Troy just gave us lower ratings than Cinemagic.
Sorry. You're right.
Everybody
I apologize.
Everybody was into the E-Rock thing and then immediately clicked.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of
trying to say
clicking
that
going on
Eric has
during
a lot
the
of
profit discussion. Profits versus Dillette.
But now I'm interested. What is
Are
the
you?
technological difference between the two?
You mean Dillette and Profit?
Yeah.
Oh.
If I would have just gone and told management.
I'm Team Dillette, by the way.
Are you?
All the fucking way, right, Troy?
Troy seems like a
Troy
prophet.
knows.
I'm a little bit more.
Oh, you're
Do you really want to break this down?
Yes.
You're a serious guy,
Well,
so
I'm
you
gonna
have
t-
to be Team
I'm going to tell you why.
Profit.
Dillette is good because of you can store more, but Profit has a better automation system.
How does that work?
Anyway, back to Eric.
How does that work?
I don't understand how it could
What
be a
a
better
dick.
automation system.
It's like it plays like iTunes, where you hit play and it just goes.
And how does Dillette play?
Exactly. What does that play like? Fucking something.
If I would have just went and told
Windows Media?
management when it happened, they would have just been pissed, and then they would have
Shut
to pick
your
up.
goddamn pipe!
Where you at with Occupy Wall Street? You got
It's-
conspiracies on this one?
Nah, not really. It's
Silly to you? What do you got?
it is silly. I mean, like I said before, it seems like a good cause, and I understand it. But then the people that are representing it are people like our intern. That's just how do you take that seriously?
I heard Matt's out. He doesn't believe in it anymore.
He doesn't anymore. But if I
That means he
wanna
can't find a girl to finger.
I want to stop you from asking him about it because he just brings everybody into this Matt zone that nobody finds entertaining. So just take my word for it.
He was a one-hit wonder, that guy. Holy shit.
Try to tell him that.
All right, anything else on E-Rock? You good?
Let me tell you what else about
He's
E-Rock.
not answering the phone,
He
that's for
is
sure.
Going to be furious. He may threaten to quit. He is going to be so pissed
He's going
at
to
this-
threat, but he's not going to do it.
He's not
You
going to
know
do
that.
it. No,
But
he's
you got to
gonna-
cover your own ass. You can't continue
He'll
to
laugh.
lie when the lie is being exposed in front of your face.
You started the day by calling him at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Well,
then
turn off your phone if you're sick.
throughout the show, you announced that Eric Nagel from SiriusXM is taking a fake sick day, which even though he has the sick days, like that's supposed to be an unsaid thing. Like management doesn't want us to specifically take fake sick days.
Now, tomorrow, the best part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Eric's going to have to walk around making believe he's still under the weather.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so
we don't
awkward
beat him
for
up.
everybody.
And he'll try to use reverse psychology. Like, hey, how you doing? Well, I guess nobody believes me, so I'm fine. I was faking. And he'll just trudge heavily. Thud, thud, thud,
There'll be a
thud.
lot of trudging tomorrow.
He's so sick all the time anyway. He's always has diarrhea. You know what I mean? Always. He's always like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Because I used to sit in there with him. He'd be like, I gotta go shit. Like it comes on him so quick. Like how does a shit come on that fucking
Oh,
quick?
man.
Do you think his
kidding.
lips have a weird coating on them sometimes? Look at his lips. Sometimes there's like a
lip
dry,
gloss?
crusty coating. It's
Oh,
very
really?
Yeah,
bizarre.
sometimes there's a coating. Sometimes sometimes he seems a little lost.
It's like a sausage casing.
This seems to be Troy's favorite subject.
He
What do you-
lo- let me
what do you
tell
mean
you-
E-Rock's lost sometimes?
Listen,
this is all because E-Rock will not answer his phone.
Do you know what Troy was doing before the show started today? He was ranting about E-Rock. Do you know what Troy was doing after the show ended yesterday? Ranting about E-Rock.
Because-
Rob Cross was in the room, Troy is ranting. Mars was in there, Troy is ranting.
Weren't you guys friends?
We are friends. And if I wasn't friends with him, it would probably be a lot worse. But it's just when you work with him,
what's the problem?
There's some things that are just so infuriating. I mean, my blood boils.
Let's go. Quick.
Well, I feel bad because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, but it's
so.
his choice not to answer the phone. He thinks he's getting one over on us by not answering his phone.
That's right.
He's
Try
not
to call
able
him
to
one more time.
This
You know
is
he's
the
not
only reason
shitting.
we're doing this.
He just.
Go ahead, Troy.
I don't know if I want to open this valve.
Let it out.
Well, what's the...
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff you don't
Sam
like.
knows?
Open the blowhole.
Well,
Sam's
Troy,
going to get it out of here.
All right, here's let me say one thing. Okay,
it's the laziness that you were talking about.
it's just.
But he seems like he's busy all the time.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not even trying to.
But you
That's
just,
what I see. That he's busy.
he's always
all
doing
the time.
something.
But you walk into his office and he's eating. And
No,
he's,
that's
he's,
not-
He's on Facebook.
Troy,
and he's
Troy described it differently than eating.
What?
What's he doing?
feeding.
Oh, feeding. Yes, I heard that.
What
He
annoys you
feeds.
the most when you walk in and see him doing, like, of course he's doing that?
Because I need him to do something. I legitimately need something from him for this, for the channel, for the show. And he just has this. And you're just like, really, dude? Like, really? Come on, man. Like, I need this. And it just constantly goes on. And there's just constant shortcuts. And there was an idea that came up that was obviously not a good idea at our meeting. And everybody said, this is not a good idea, Eric. And he's like, okay. And he takes his pen like this. Like, here's his notes that he has. And he's like, okay, well, guess we're not doing that.
Oh, like really dramatically scribbles it out.
And like everybody there's like, dude, no, that's not a good idea. Let's not do that. And he's angry about it instead of just being like, okay, cool. You know, that's cool. I understand what you're saying.
Why was he so angry?
Because it was his idea and it's not being used.
Was it a bad idea?
A terrible idea.
Troy.
Terrible.
Some people don't like Troy, though. There's definitely Team E-Rock people out
that's
there.
fine.
Like, fuck you, Troy, you faggot.
Okay. That's okay.
I'm on Team E-Rock. I'm a Team E-Rock guy. I don't
I'm on Team Serious.
Nice visual, dickhead. Like, people just don't, some people don't like it.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Whatever's
Troy
better for the
sucks
channel.
a dick.
Okay.
That's someone who likes
okay.
it.
Very good. Anything else?
They're calling him Troy Yawn.
Oh, that's probably
Instead
the
of Troy Kwan,
stuff.
Troy Yawn.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's kind of funny.
Eric.
Did Troy act more like a dumped girlfriend?
Wow, from the sick bed.
Wow. There's no keeping him
sex
down.
man in the house.
A dumped girlfriend.
That's a roundhouse from the sick bed. Damn.
Exactly.
The sex man sick bed.
By the way, E-Rock's voice sounds much better.
Yeah.
A couple hours
It's-
later.
well, you know, you rest a little
Now
in the
that
morning,
the-
you feel better.
now that-
Fit as a fiddle.
Have a little brandy, you sweat it out.
E-Rock, you're doing a fake sick day, right?
Yeah, I'm sick. Yeah.
That's all you got to hear. In the transcripts, that looks good.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Sure, a couple
Well,
calls.
I was told I didn't sound sick enough earlier when you called me at 6:13 this morning, so I figured
Yeah.
I'll throw it on now. Fuck you, Troy. All you do is fucking stare at me and pay attention to every little thing I do, and my day goes where I never think of Troy unless he's complaining about how I'm not paying attention to him.
Oh, shit. You're like a homo for him.
I'm gay, Troy.
I'm Troy. I love E-Rock.
You're gay for E-Rock.
Hi, Eric. Hi.
Date me. I want Eric to date me.
Well, it's hard to ignore him because there's so much that happens as a result of Eric.
Like what?
Well, one of the benefits of working on a show like this, I think everybody here would agree with this statement, is
leaving.
You get you get to get autographs and pictures with celebrities.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
You work
Eric,
with them every day.
Eric will, when there's a celebrity in here, he will have 50 things on display for celebrities to
That
sign.
drives me nuts.
It's all laid out like a buffet. And the celebrity comes out and like the last, and he's just going through, and he has to get autographs for his wife. He has to get autographs for his cousin. He has to get autographs for this.
He's not getting them for his cousin.
For his nephew. No, his
nephew.
No, he's
Excuse
not.
me.
I don't believe that.
And it's just like, so now we have gotten in trouble, and we are not allowed to get. So they've cracked down on the staff. And it's because of this. He'll have action figures all on display, 50 action figures. He has printouts. He has printouts of like a horrible print picture.
Like from a computer?
Yes. Yeah, computer picture. And it's the markers are all there lying, and he has the little tag on it, says, sign to this person, sign to this person.
Oh,
and you're
boy.
like, who the fuck are these people, Eric? But see, this is why I'm not obsessed with Eric, but it's just like this affects everything. This affects things here. So if I want an autograph, they're going to say, Talon's going to be like, no, fuck you. It's ruined for you, for the whole show.
No, it's not ruined. It's not ruined at all.
And you're not getting autographs for your nephew. Every fucking autograph, it always has to go to your nephew.
Well, see, I have kids in my family that I actually like, Troy.
Well, so do I. I'm not getting them autographs.
So I take care. Yeah, because you don't give a shit about your family. So that's.
The personal gloves.
How would you know what I care if I care about my family or not?
I care about E-Rock, not my family.
Yeah, because I'm gay, Troy.
Yeah.
Hi, Eric.
Yeah, see, he stares at me. He obsesses over me. He knows every little detail about my day.
He gets shit
I don't
signed for his
think
nephew.
twice about him.
Do you wish he lost weight so he'd be more attractive?
I wish he'd just lose weight because he's fat and miserable.
How many months did you try to get me to drink that green lawn crap that you come in every morning? Look how healthy I'm drinking. Look at me. Look how great I look.
Well, do you want to compare bodies? Really, Eric? Do you want to go down this road?
I'd love to see bodies.
Do you, really? I mean, let's take off our shirts.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree with this.
Let's see those big, Let's see those big baloney titties. Hi,
Hi, Eric.
The what?
The big baloney titties.
Oh shit!
Really? I mean, do you want to go down this
That's
road?
harsh.
So a bacon,
The old
egg, and
dirt
cheese.
road.
A bacon, egg, and cheese is better than a fucking
Wait,
green
Troy,
drink.
are you saying that there should be like a swimsuit competition at the Hard Rock Cafe?
What an idea! Hi, Eric.
Oh, Eric, I've been watching you all day.
Let's do it. Fuck yeah, Eric. Let's do it. Let's compare. Let's compare bacon, egg, and cheese and green drink every morning. Let's see how it affects you differently.
Okay, one, I don't eat bacon, egg, and cheese, and number two, you just want to see me with my shirt off again. You
I do, because you got big baloney titties.
Oh,
titties.
Hit him with the mo.
How are you guys friends?
I like. He's all
I
right.
don't know how we're friends.
What?
I don't know how we're friends.
Are you really?
For a couple of years, he's done when we came over there to Sirius, Troy was Mr. Positive, why are you guys all so miserable? Why do you hate management? Or, complaining about everything. You guys, we'll turn this around. We're so happy. Then what happened? 6 months later, a year later, Troy's a complete piece of shit.
Oh, well, I'm still happy.
Wow.
I mean, I'm fine. I haven't really had the opportunity up to that point to work with you.
Oh, he's blaming his.
Wait, no, I'm not blaming it all on him, but
he's blaming the rest on the show. That's okay.
I did play. Look, hey, when you have to work with you, and the way you behave and the way you respond to things, it sometimes is infuriating.
Just
Eric.
ruin the autograph stuff for this whole staff?
Yes, the whole staff.
How?
It wasn't me, but okay, go ahead.
Who was it? Who else is putting 50 things on display?
It was another employee at this company who was showing off something, got in trouble, and decided to name me and somebody else.
Who? Tell us who. Wait, who?
Name names. Name
What?
names.
Names.
Who? And what were they showing off? And to who?
Yeah, name names.
Names.
What? Who the other person on our show was?
Yeah, the
no,
whole thing.
Of course.
That would be Jim Norton.
Now Eric just stepped in a fucking pile of steaming
What was
shit.
I showing off?
The what? I couldn't hear you.
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. What was he showing off?
No, there was somebody else at this company that was showing, I guess, photos that they had with somebody, and
Didn't you just name that somebody?
no, it rubbed some people.
Oh, you were kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
But then why did you just say Jim Norton?
What was I showing to who?
Oh, no, Jim. No, you misheard me. Jim wasn't showing off anything. There was somebody else at the company who was doing this.
And we said, who was it? And you said Jim Norton.
Yeah.
No.
No, yes, you did.
All right, but he's going to try
Yes, you did, Brett.
But he's
Yes, you did.
We misunderstood, he's saying.
If you stop yelling, I'll start over.
Yeah, what did you mean?
Wow. He's regulating today.
Yep, that's what we call him.
It must be his low-grade fever he has today.
He's delirious.
He's a little delirious.
Yeah, sorry.
Sex man is burning up.
He's got a 99.5 today.
Remember, feed a cold, starve a walrus. All right, don't hang up. Come on, finish, please.
Yeah, because we're confused now.
Yeah, now we think you're goofing on Jimmy.
Yeah, start
No, not
That's
goofing
fine.
on
All right,
Jimmy
start over, because something got...
Yeah, something got lost. Okay.
Yes.
Somebody else at this company had some photos up that rubbed upper management the wrong way, that they were, promoting that they were meeting all these people. That person got in trouble. And then to get themselves sort of out of trouble, said, well, there's other people who are worse than me. And without being asked, volunteered my name and Jim's name.
Oh, so who was this person that did this?
That I'm not going to say.
Come on, give us a name.
Are they from Talent?
I can't hear what he said.
Are they from the Talent department?
I can't say anything.
Oh, come now. You could say it.
Who was it?
Sam, do you know who it is?
No.
Come on, E-Rock. You can't do that without names.
Yeah, who was it?
No, that's fine.
Give us a hint.
No, I can't. I'm not going to.
Why? You know who it is, and they sold you out, so why the fuck wouldn't you just...
Right.
Because I'm not going to do it on the air like a bitch, like Sam did with the countdown and everything else. Who, by the way, had a big hand in that?
What are you talking about? Opie just said it on the air, not me.
I didn't
bitch.
say shit.
Oh, shit.
I didn't say
bitch
shit.
Back and forth.
Yeah, don't call me.
I didn't say shit.
Bitch out on the air. Opie said you
I didn't
haven't
say
done
shit.
it. It's on the radio.
I didn't say shit.
God damn. Travis is in the room just trying to find nuts to kick. It's crazy day. It's a crazy day in here.
Oh my! He just doesn't want that brought up.
I know. It's hilarious.
His friend, man.
This is crazy.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that person.
Wait, can I see the name?
Yeah, but
don't say it.
So wait. So let's just say this person, whoever she is, she got in trouble for having photos up. I was nice to her too.
There's a veiled thread at the bottom. Yeah.
Wait, so I was nice to her. I don't.
It happens.
But
It happens.
I don't care if she complained about me or not. But was she complaining about me or trying to get out of it by raising other examples?
Who is she?
I tried to getting out of it by raising other examples.
Okay. Well, the reason is I do take photos. I know who she is. Yeah, I know her. I do take photos with people, even people who aren't on this show.
Correct.
Yes, I do.
Correctamundo.
Mm-hmm. You're also talent.
Yeah, but it's like, it's just something I've been doing.
And there's sometimes that Eric feels that he's at the same level that you are.
Are you talking about with the nephew autographs and all
Well,
that
I mean,
stuff?
just like when you have 50 things on display, it's like, really, dude? Really? Do you need this?
Is it 50?
Really? No one's paying attention to me? Really?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't get that one.
He's trying to be funny. What does that mean?
It's past 10 o'clock. Isn't it time to go?
Oh. Yeah, I think he's right.
Sex Bagel is regulating today.
Ooh.
He really
fire.
is. He's on the motherfucker right now.
So why don't you guys officially end your friendship?
I mean, whatever.
It's kind of silly that you're kind of friends.
But wait, Troy, I'm sorry, E-Rock, who did this person complain to?
You know, I'm not 100% sure everyone that was involved with it. I know it was brought up to that person, and that person gave up names.
Jesus. I hate this
It was given. Well, no one said anything. I mean, it's not like one person.
Oh,
Was it to Bladder?
I don't believe so.
Was it to Gary?
No. It was higher than that.
Eric.
Was it to Scott?
Eric the Rat Nagel.
This was like a couple weeks ago, right? Like this was a while back.
What are you talking about?
Eric, wasn't it? Like it wasn't like this week or something.
No. This was about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so I mean, if nothing's
I'm not worried about it.
changed
I'm
in
just
your
curious
world,
as
yeah.
to who. Yeah, no, nothing. I'm not concerned about it. I'm curious as to who they said it to. I've heard nothing.
Maybe because they knew, it's a bunch of bullshit. Jimmy Norden is a
shite,
honorable man.
I just like to do it.
Yes, of course.
And Eric's got to take care of his nephew.
Well, Eric, different story. That is kind of honing in on, Yeah.
But at least he's good to his family. I mean, you guys got to give him that. So
he's not good to you as a friend?
No, he's all right. He's fine.
What about as a coworker?
It's difficult as a coworker.
Oh.
At times.
Eric, want to defend that?
No, because it's not about him.
It's a team.
Troy tries to make everything about him.
What? How?
Oh,
How do I make everything about me?
That's not good.
You don't take my request seriously. You know, when I ask you to get something, you just sit there, oh, okay, well, get to it when I get to it. Because you come in and cry wolf every time. Like, hey, can I go do this or do that? And it's a load of bullshit while Sam's standing next to you laughing, knowing that it's a bunch of bullshit.
This sound like a guy that could have made it in.
You come in.
Sounds great.
A lot of energy.
Actually, just full of piss and vinegar, isn't he?
I haven't heard this much energy since he came in for Jocktober that
Right.
time, all angry.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this sounds like a guy that could
beating.
just make it in, I guess.
How do you feel about Sam, Eric?
About what? Denying that he was part of the countdown thing?
Just
Eric, did you even
his
hear,
part in this whole thing.
Did you hear the conversation before you called in?
No, I just got a bunch of texts saying, hey, Sam's outing you on the air. You better call in.
How come you could see the text but you couldn't hear the phone ring?
I turned the phone off.
Oh.
I didn't say I wasn't part of the countdown thing. I told the entire story, and I told the story of when Troy wanted to go tell Rob, and I said,
Another thing, Troy, it's
and
not
I
about
said it
Troy,
was
so he
fine
has
with
to
me,
inject himself into
and
it.
you said you can't tell Rob because Opie said not to. And Opie looked at me like I had three heads when I told him that was your response.
Of course he did. He's not going to accept responsibility.
Talking about the man with three
Oh,
shit.
I care so much about this. I'm playing Angry Birds right now.
Yeah, it's 10:03. Keep it going.
Oh! Hey, this fucking E-Rock.
He is guns
New
blazing.
E-Rock. What a set of balls. He doesn't come in today.
Apparently
he gets called up at the end of the show, and then he's like, hey, it's 10:03. Want you out?
A lot of balls in the old
Oh, my
Nagel
God.
Dome.
Nagel Dome, right. The set of Nagel balls on you today. Amazing.
For the record, I didn't say shit.
What are you talking about?
I didn't say shit.
Eric, listen to the replay and draw your own
I didn't
conclusions.
say shit.
I got a bunch of texts saying, you better call in. Sam's talking and outing
Yep.
you about stuff. So
Yep.
I said,
Outing
all right.
you.
And I called in.
Yep, Sam again.
Listen to the
I had
replay.
nothing to do with it.
I would
Sambo.
encourage all. I did nothing but tell the truth.
All right. So Troy and E-Rock are...
We're friends again.
We're fine.
They're fine again?
Whatever.
But you think E-Rock's selfish behavior has gotten a lot of people in Dutch, kind of?
You think so?
Don't you guys gotta go home? Isn't it time to
I
call it a
guess.
day?
Yeah, it is. I would concur.
Eric, will you be in
Enough of this
tomorrow?
drivel.
What?
You going to be in tomorrow, or is this going to be a 2-day fake sickness?
Well, I never took a Friday off, so let me see how that goes.
Oh.
Threats.
In your face.
Wow.
Wow.
Management's going to go, well, things kind of run just like they do when he's here and when he's not.
No,
here, so
absolutely.
Get rid of him.
Eric excused us, so it's going to be like, because we talked about him a bunch on the show today, it's going to be like one of those, like, well, you know, if I'm all they talk about when I'm gone, obviously this show can't function without me.
That's
Well,
true.
4 hours and yes, I guess so.
See?
Holy shit.
Wow.
He's really something today.
Is it the fever? Eric?
Is it the what?
Is it the fever?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the fever.
So you're willing to admit you took a fake one today?
No, I took a sick day.
Yeah, fake sick day, though, right?
No, a real sick day. I had a sick day.
He's going to get in trouble for that, too.
Why? Why?
You're not supposed to, just because you
You're
have...
not allowed to admit fake sick days.
You're not supposed...
You
Yeah,
know
you're
every
not,
single person in this company does it?
yeah, you're not supposed to admit having...
It's like a don't ask, don't tell.
Sick
kind of
days
thing.
are not
gotcha.
vacation days.
Right. And you're there fucking lollygagging.
Yeah.
How many fake sick days do you
Oh,
allow?
my God. Roland just blew up Eric's spot hardcore in the other room.
Oh,
And I'm
shit.
not taking. You know, I'm not going to say that on the air and have catch the blame for that. Roland just blew up his
Roland,
spot.
get in
Of course, you got to bring it to everyone's attention, Sam.
Of course he does.
Get in here, Roland.
Because people are
What
talking
happened?
in my ear, wanting me to be, you know,
The
'cause
bad
I- no. If you want to share it with people,
Oh, come on,
Roland,
Roland.
get in here. Roland just outed what your plans are for this afternoon.
Oh, shit.
That's right. And if you think Ferris Bueller had a good day off,
But how
wait
do
till
you
you hear
have-
what Eric's got planned.
How do you have plans?
Wait, E-Rock's got plans for his sick
going
day?
crazy.
How do you
look
have
at
plans if you're
Travis is
not
laughing.
Travis is dying.
Roland's got his
Roland.
hands up in the air. Liam's in there
Tell
cracking
Roland to
up.
come in.
Roland, come on in here.
Roland, it's too late now.
God, I was trying to get out of here, but this is
cares?
compelling
Just
me
wait
now.
to go.
Now I got to know what E-Rock.
It just means we get to go home early tomorrow.
That's true.
Look at it that way.
Now I got to
comes
know.
Roland. Here comes Roland.
Here comes Roland. Apparently now E-Rock took the day off. A sick day. But now you have some information about what E-Rock's plans might be now later this afternoon.
And before you say, another one of E-Rock's friends. Very
Yeah, yeah.
strange how
Pals.
your friends
He's going to
do
the
this
doctor.
to you.
E-Rock, what do you think of your friends?
He's going to the doctor.
This is bullshit, because this is why I am E-Rock's friend and not any of... Because E-Rock's quote-unquote friends tell me things in my ears because
Right.
they know that I don't give a fuck. I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Roland, say it.
Say
Roland,
it.
where's he going?
You had everyone jumping up and down in the other room. Say it. Just fucking
We're
say
going
it.
to the Conan Bryan taping today.
E-Rock, you go.
The cat?
You going to Conan, E-Rock? The cat's out of the bag of ringer.
Roland's so excited that he's going to the
friend.
He's going to the Conan taping with Sick Eric.
Wait, you're going with Eric?
Oh.
Yeah.
Eric, you got some fucked up friends.
Now
I gotta
lunch
tell
with the
you.
publicist for the management.
Where is the Conan tape? It's at Radio City?
Beacon.
Oh, what time?
You have to be there before 2.
So you're taking a half day?
No, sir.
But you might have to
I
go
have
home
to
sick.
meet publicists that
Yes.
happen to be there with celebrities.
E-Rock, comment?
He's still on the line.
E-Rock?
Yeah, I'm here.
E-Rock, comment? E-Rock, you going to Conan?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You-
2:30.
you-
You got to be there.
You feeling a little better than you were this morning then?
It's just
a little better?
Ah, yes, much better.
You have the worst friends, Eric.
They are rat outs.
They're just horrible.
Yep.
Well, I did tell
I
Travis.
wonder where they get that from.
Are they? Do you think they're gonna that you're gonna get in trouble for this?
You know what? At this point, who cares?
I love how everyone has the same opinion.
But Eric, I mean, they haven't given you a raise in so long. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
It's worth it.
So the least you could do is do fake sick days and go to fucking Conan.
Why don't we get Conan wouldn't come in? Did we try?
Yeah, I tried. He's doing zero press while he's here.
Nah, you know what? At this
Where's
point,
zeros?
fuck Conan O'Brien. Enough
No?
already. Enough already. Really. Jesus, enough with that stupid guy. And his stupid red hair and his dumb fucking cowlick. I'm fucking had it with that asshole.
Oh, your tickets are ready too.
I ain't fucking going. Enough already with that stupid guy.
Eric's a
Jesus
fan.
Christ. So, Eric, you're just resting up for the big Conan taping?
The what? I heard Conan tickets.
You needed a little rest up.
Do you think Eric's looking forward to the Conan taping?
Probably.
No, the two had nothing to do with each other.
Oh.
What, the sick day and the Conan taping?
Yeah.
But you
Well, how do they not have, it's the same day.
Yeah. So who's going in your place today?
I don't know. Whoever Roland's going to take with him. It's his ticket.
I'll go. Yeah, Eric's sick. Can me or Troy? Troy, why don't you go?
Wait, this could be really cruel that now Eric's got to protect his ass and not go to the
And
Conan
not go.
taping because fucking Roland, one of his friends, just blew up his spot.
It's Liam's fault.
Why is it Liam's fault?
He encouraged me to tell.
Really?
Damn you, Liam. Damn you.
Eric, you should go to the Conan taping today.
If you're feeling better.
Yeah.
You feeling?
Sure, why not?
Or maybe come in here and do a half day.
To do him. Sure, why not? As if it's like, oh, the Conan taping. I had no idea.
You feeling up to it?
Eric, just claim food poisoning. Go, look, I'm feeling much better now. So
Exactly.
I had my sick day, but I could still do Conan O'Brien. That's
Yeah,
the food poisoning excuse is a good one.
Yeah, any
Louise
food
at gas
excuse.
today.
Any food excuse could really fucking work.
What gets?
Because coming up with this over the air really legitimizes it.
Yeah, maybe they could have been kept quiet.
Yeah, Roland.
I'm sorry.
Roland.
Which was
man.
started by Sam, by the way, because me, Aunt, and Jim did not hear the conversation.
No.
Travis said it in my ear. What am I going
To
ignore
you.
it?
Sam completely just wanted that
Actually,
out there so
I blame
bad.
Travis and Liam. God damn
I was
it.
just telling my friend Sam my latest news.
As you were laughing your ass off.
Yes, absolutely.
He's got plans for his sick day.
Took a sick day and has plans where it's not even that night. It's
No.
it's like when he's still supposed to be at work.
A matinee show.
Well, it was going low, so I have to bring it back up. So I figured. I
Oh,
should
my
tell.
God, Roland, you're the best. You're just the best.
Wait,
And it was about.
Wait, it's for the show. It's for the show.
It was for the show.
It's for the show.
The whole E-Rock thing was about to end.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roland came forward with this information.
Yeah.
It's Troy's info.
Eric, are you in a tough spot now, you think?
I'm not. It's 10:12. You're the ones there late.
No, we got the late jokes already. You did a real good job with that. I'm saying, I'm saying, are you going to still go to the Conan O'Brien taping? Because now you're in a tough spot.
No, I'm not in a tough spot.
If you go, it seems like you weren't really sick.
Like you're sloughing off.
Sloughing, yes. Eric,
come on.
you have to go to the taping.
He's going to. There's no.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
he's
All
gonna
right,
You
go.
don't think E-Rock will tell himself no?
no,
He's
there
a
might be
little
celebrities
boy.
there.
There's no self-control there.
I heard you, Jimmy. That means he doesn't tell himself no often.
No, he's indulgent.
Because he said, you know what? You know what he's thinking to himself? Well,
No self-control.
I got my balls busted today. I got woken up early by the show. The least I could do is treat myself to a
I
Conan O'Brien
deserve to
show.
go.
I need a treat
and
after
their
this.
VIP tickets, so they're right front.
Oh!
Really?
So
long
you might
is
be on camera?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So much like Ferris Bueller at the ball game,
yeah.
you're...
I'm sure no one will screen cap that.
No.
Tweet it. Here's Eric on his sick day.
Oh, please, people, just DVR it, and we would love your Photoshops.
When does it air?
Eric, is your Twitter getting hammered today?
I don't know. I'm on the phone. I haven't looked at it.
No, you
Oh,
looked.
well,
Everyone
you're
looks
on
at
the
their
phone?
Twitter.
The
Stop.
worst dresser in the country.
Who? Oh.
Outfits are terrible.
All
right. Well, fascinating.
Hope you feel better.
Conclusion here, I gotta say, that was cool. Yeah, feel better, E-Rock. Take, actually, yeah, just eat some soup.
Troy and I are praying for you.
Take 2 aspirin and a live TV taping.
Wow, the balls on this kid.
I know.
A sick day and a Conan taping
Goes
on the same
beyond.
day?
Goes beyond.
With one of his coworkers, by the way.
Why wouldn't you have done the Conan taping Friday sick day? That would be a perfect combination.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I went out after Conan. I got food poisoning.
Because tonight's his
Perfect.
last tape day in New York.
But he could do the
he didn't have to take the
taping
sick day
now.
today. He would have taken it tomorrow.
And then take it tomorrow, and he could have gone out.
That's a beautiful start to the weekend.
Yeah.
Then you got a fucking Conan taping and a 3-day weekend.
Oh, and Jay Eggers tomorrow. You have to go see the movie.
The what?
On a Friday afternoon? Oh, enjoy.
The Jay Egger?
Will they give us copies of it?
What are we saying?
Oh, it's only
Leonardo
J. Edgar
DiCaprio
Hoover
movie.
What? J. Edgar Hoover movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Armie Hammer.
Leo.
We have Army coming in.
Army's cool.
I would like to see it, but
I'll
I'm
try
not,
to go.
I got a gig tomorrow.
I'll try to go.
Do you know when I call in sick? I don't even tweet until like 5 in the afternoon.
Right.
Like it's one of those things to go to a Conan taping. That is some set of balls. I got to give it to you, E-Rock.
Yeah.
He's
Good
gone.
one. Oh, he's gone.
He's not happy.
Yeah, that's some set of balls.
He's probably talking to his cat. Why do they do this, Echo? Why?
What's the name of his cat?
Echo. It's a weird cat.
Eric is under the impression that
What is it, meow twice?
Sure doesn't ego. He likes
Or
waffles.
Blecko, because that's what people say when he walks by, or Dumbo, Operation, such.
Why does he still work here at this point?
Everyone sells them out. It's hilarious.
Well, he's under the impression that, like, with sick days, if you don't use them because you're not sick, they become vacation days. And you just use them.
Just use them.
Here's the problem. He's going to be mad at me eventually, but the lie was going to come out. He went with the lie still.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, that's why.
That's where he was stupid.
You can't.
You can't keep going with the lie.
You gotta admit it. And
You gotta
say,
start.
okay, we were goofing, whatever.
You got to start talking in vagary, like, oh, well, we kind of, it sounded good, so we did this, and you don't tell them it's been 8 months.
Right. Give them the opportunity to make it seem like it's their choice.
I sort of had the sniffles. I sort of sat in the third row. You know.
You think he's going to be on TV in the audience?
That would be hilarious.
Tonight, because like
God, I
the
hope-
VIP are the first 5 rows.
I hope Conan picks him for one of those stupid bits of his.
Exactly.
I hope Conan doesn't
Fuck
get sick.
Conan O'Brien. We tried for years. Enough with that idiot. God.
Oh, you can't get him on, you mean?
We've tried everything. Yeah, man. He doesn't put any of you guys on his show. He doesn't come on our show. Whatever.
To be honest with you, I don't know if he would have put me on. His comedy booker I hated years ago.
Yeah, small little Weasley guy.
Yeah,
Really?
hated him.
Yeah, but a lot of our guys can't get on there. And they're all funny fucking guys, obviously. All right, Sam. I guess it's yours now.
It's all yours. You take the con.
Yeah.
Take the helm.
Will do. Great job, guys.
Of course it was.
And way to put in the overtime too.
Yeah.
Coming in.
That's 9.
I got one request, Sam.
Yeah.
You trick Eric into thinking that he blew it himself and had nothing to do with it.
Okay, I don't know
That's
exactly.
your goal.
Okay.
Actually, I have to send the tickets.
It's your
'cause I
goal.
can't go to
That's
the-
9:45 tomorrow. We leave.
Oh, no, 9:43.
Yeah, true.
By the way, tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, Stress Factory. I'm going there now.
Can I go with you tonight? What time are the shows?
Take it easy. Sam.
Tonight's 8
Bye.
o'clock, tomorrow 8 and 10:30.
Rolling.
See you later.
How are you in there?
Travis.
Probably drive down like 1, though. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, whoever's in
I'm
there.
Wait, you're going down there at 1?
Yeah, I'm going to stay in a hotel and sleep.
Oh,
I'm tired.
Sucks. Okay.
Uh.
I want to see Jimmy at the Stress Factory.
Eric's on the phone. Somebody pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Somebody could talk while I'm running.
It's funnier to hear you run.